Normalize changing your mind, you know?
Normalize talking about people you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, and then once you get to know them, you take it back. You know what I mean?
If I got to know Kendall Jenner and she was a lovely
Exactly.
girl.
You might think she's your besties.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you know what? I said that you were uninteresting and I liked you the least, but I like you now.
Her name is Trish, she's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic queen, and says what everybody thinks. She's Just Trish.
Hello, mesdames et messieurs, and good evening. It's welcome and bienvenue. Welcome. Hi, it's Just Trish. Wow, what a morning. What a morning. Aside from the fact that we're skinny and you can't even see us, like, disappearing. And I have been skinny this weekend. Usually we do a pizza and pasta cheat day, but I just went straight through with the grapefruit. And I was like, we're going to order pizza tonight. I'm like, I'm having grapefruit. And then I get agitated because I'm like, and then I had one piece of corn on the cob for dinner on Saturday night. So I feel like I've been just skinny. But I do eat a regular meal throughout the day just so people don't think I'm, like, starving myself, because I'm sure that's what everyone was scared of. Anyways, I don't know why we started off like that. But you guys, we have merch today. We're all wearing merch. We look like now we look like a crew.
Yes.
Just Trish crew.
Well, speaking of crew,
that's
wow. That's the back of my shirt.
Can they see it, or is it out of focus?
I can see it.
You can get these shirts on justtrish.com. So it's been a year. I know you guys might be like, okay, Trish, a year. It's been a year in the making, but we also have a really dope hoodie. It's just that's coming over on a boat. We got these on a plane to get them faster. It's a whole thing. We looked for manufacturers in China. Oh, we have hang tags. We make this like, it looks like we have like a clothing line. Like, it's not just merch. It's like a clothing line. Yeah, hopefully it's more cost effective than my sad boy stuff we're trying. You know what I mean? We found a manufacturer. We found a designer. They're shipping them over boats. And I don't think they're in China. Not that it matters if it's from China. I think it's from India. Or maybe these are China. One's China, one's India. None of it matters, right? I don't know. It's ethically sourced. I can say that. I know that. Okay. But we tried to make them more affordable. These are the Just Trish shirts. We have them in black and pink. What?
The details.
Oh, yeah. There's a little crystal, a little sparkle, a little hologram. Yeah, I love oversized shirts. I love them so much. I always get them off Free People, and I'm always like swimming in my shirts. Actually, I think they're inspired by like girls who look like they're swimming in shirts, but they're like so tiny. But these are also for the big ones out there who we don't look like we're swimming in shirts. I'm wearing a 2XL. Moses had his size down. He's an XL. He's wearing a large. You're wearing medium. Yeah. So they are very oversized, but if you want to wear them and feel like a tiny person and you're a bigger person, they're made for that too. So I'm a bigger person. I'm wearing a 2X, but it looks like I'm swimming in this shirt, like just so tiny.
It's perfect for the summer, you know what I mean? Like, it's hot. You want to just have like a loose t-shirt on, feel teeny weeny.
Yeah, throw it on after the pool.
That's why we literally, rented an airplane to bring them over, because we had to make sure they're here for the summer.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Because the hoodies for the winter, they're on the yacht. They're coming.
They're
slower.
not they're on a boat. That's how I was so concerned about
it's the Just Trish yacht. Airplane.
Just Trish yacht.
Okay, well, we're not quite there yet. We're trying to sell these t-shirts, which, by the way, are like all done in our house. Maybe we should show B-roll. We should take video of that. We have like just tubs in our house because we're shipping them. Because we learned a valuable lesson. I don't think anyone cares, but I need to talk about this. The time of our wedding, we lost like literally all our money, because not only were we doing the wedding and the honeymoon, which obviously like we were extravagant with it, whatever. But also, yeah, we had the merch. We were doing Sad Boy merch, and it was here in LA, and we ended up like spending like literally for a sweatshirt, we paid like $80 per sweatshirt, so we had to sell them for like $90, which like who's paying $90 for a sweatshirt and whatever. And it was still nice and it was whatever. But anyway, side of the point. So this time we wanted to make it a little smart. We got lesser quantities. Oh, we also ordered a ton of quantities during Sad Boy, which also was getting canceled at the time. It was just the worst. Anyways, doesn't matter. We still have Sad Boy available on our Poshmark. We have lots of Sad Boy available on our Poshmark. But the Just Trish, we were like, okay, let's be smarter. So we just got like, again, a few hundred of these. Like they'll probably sell out, but that's not a flex because, not that a few hundred's little. But it's like, we just wanted to be smart. We're also like, literally, my mom is like packaging them and shipping them herself. So it's like, we had a warehouse before, which gave you warehouse fees and like all this crazy shit. So it's very mom and pop. So we figured it out. We have dope hoodies. Not to say like don't buy these, but like, once these are gone, they're probably gone because we're going to do the hoodies. And then those are really, really dope. And we put a lot into them. They look really cool. These were just to test out, the manufacturer, the thing. And I like them. I think they're cute. They're t-shirts, but
they feel good. They're soft.
You like
they're
them,
big.
okay.
They're comfy. Yeah, like they're very breezy. It really is a perfect summer tee.
Oh Yay.
That's part of my spectrum is my sensitivity to fabrics, the color, like everything. I usually cut. I was part of the process. Like, it's not going to hurt your neck. It's going to be so soft. The size, like everything about it. Like, I can actually wear these shirts.
You were actually like the decider factor for it. Because I knew I wanted soft, but everything feels the same to me. So Moses was like, this is softer, this. And then the collar, which I like this too. Because when I glam and stuff, I was supposed to have a full glam for you guys today to really sell and make these look like glamorous shirts. But you're getting relatable, Trish, today. I'm like, oh man, I gotta fire my hairstylist. He didn't show up, and then I just realized like he literally just sent me like the receipts of like I said I wasn't gonna be able to. It was a big red X. He does green checks, and then a big red X on this day, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
You can't argue with the receipt. James Charles, no more lies.
Oh my God, yes. Which, by the way, go to our patreon.com/justtrish. We reviewed our final Dramageddon videos, the Shane meltdown.
On Instagram Live, yes.
Yeah, I guess it's more of a freak out. He didn't really have a meltdown.
Yeah.
Tati was a little bit of a meltdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your iconic Tati dumb as hell response that you just randomly decided to clock in and like weigh in. That's the best part. No one name dropped you. No one wanted Trisha Paytas' opinion, but you clocked in. You said, hold on, let me react.
Nobody asked for it, including Shane, right? She was saying Shane was here. Shane definitely was not like, you should make a video. I don't know. I wanted to prove my loyalty. I was like, watch me do. I don't know. Actually, I looked crazy. I had like crazy like meth scars and stuff. Like, it was wild. Like, watching that back, I was kind of like, that's actually scary. Like, no wonder Moses was scared of me during that time, because that was the time when he was ignoring me and blocking. Well, he didn't block me. He just watched all my phone calls come in. I called you. I know it's not funny. People are like, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny, I guess, hindsight, to call you 117 times, and he's just watching it. I was like, wouldn't you turn off your phone or like, how are you even on your phone if I'm calling that much?
And it's before, like, that was back in the day before you could swipe right and get rid of it. Like,
right.
So you literally just had to like wait for it to go away, right?
So we're just staring.
The thing is also like I'm working. Like I get phone calls for work, texts for work. You know what I mean? I can't just turn off my phone.
Were you working though? This was quarantine.
Yeah. No, I was working.
Oh, you were.
Quarantine.
So what were you doing?
Yeah.
How were you doing your phone then?
I was just in between you calling, seeing what comes in and trying, but not by mistake, you know.
It was crazy. Well, anyways, he was watching me though during that time, because he would tell me like, "Oh, I saw you wore a necklace with my name." I was like, "So you were watching? You were watching what I was doing, but just ignoring me." That's usually the case though, isn't it? It's like even if they're ignoring you, they're still like watching you.
No, it's not like, I mean, I still liked you. I was just
not answering my calls for a month.
Needed a little space.
Yeah, which set me into the hard. Not saying it's your fault, but then I was like, I might as well just do hardcore OF, because he's not talking to me, so what's it matter? And then you came back around when I was making all the money. Not when I was making all the money, but when I was doing those hardcore ones. And then I was like, well, I'm finally making money doing this. And then he's like, well, I don't think we should date. Like, and I'm like, okay, I'll stop doing this. And I don't know. This got off to a weird start. It all sounds. This has been a rough morning. I don't even know if you don't have to share the extent to your morning unless you want to, but Oscar put it into perspective. I was so upset about my hair, and then you texted and you're like,
oh yeah,
I'm literally, I don't know if you want it, you don't have to share all of it.
My boyfriend just cut his hand this morning on like a piece of glass, so I like had to clock into like my Hunger Games Katniss. It was in my head, it was Katniss Peeta, like Peeta in the cave with like the leg. It wasn't that extreme, but in my head, I was
like,
"This is yes." I was like, "Okay, like let me make a tourniquet. I'm gonna like cut off the bleeding." It was a lot.
Well, you said you like tightened it and like made
it was
stop.
very much tourniquet tease. Like I wrapped it up, and then all we had was Pokemon Band-Aids though, which like kind of like made it a little unserious, because then it's just like. It's like gauze Pokemon Band-Aids.
You did it with Band-Aids? Because it was like on the near the wrist.
It was on his wrist.
Which I'm like, go to the emergency room if you cut. Because it was plants. I was like, just wanted to make sure everything okay. It was plants, right? It was like a plant vase that cut him. And
yeah, he was trying to water his plants.
It sounds dark too. It sounds like we're like making it out like, oh, it was the plants, but I just want to make sure it was okay.
Yeah, he's okay. It was just it took. So I was already running a little behind, and then that happened. I was like, whew. Let me do a little first aid. I don't know, but I was impressed with myself. I was like, okay, like I need to cut off the bleeding. Like I was giving like kind of scientist vibes.
Yeah,
like,
that was
doctor.
Good that you thought of that. Like, was it because of the Hunger Games that you thought to cut off the bleeding?
Yes, I was like, cut off the bleeding. Like,
you.
gotta tie it up, and then I just stuck it together with Band-Aids. We disinfected it, all of that stuff. It was,
wow.
Yeah, it was very much Katniss.
It's also very Bridgerton, Penelope and Colin. I love that when he's like looking at her, and that's when he falls in love with her. Maybe he fell in love with you in that moment. He looked at you and was like, wow, this is the moment.
It is like our anniversary today. Like, we kind of have two. We have one where we started talking, and today is when 4 years ago today is when we made it official. And it's very Trish coded, because our like meal when we made it official was Domino's. So like every day on the 24th we have Domino's for dinner.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, that Are you going to have Domino's tonight?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm so jealous. We were supposed to have it. Domino's messed up our weekend, too. We were supposed to have it Saturday. Saturday's our pizza night, and Moses knows this. But he went and got steaks and corn like a couple days prior, and I kind of felt bad because I was eating my grapefruit and eggs. So I was like, okay, let's do that Saturday. So then Saturday comes around, I'm like, okay, we'll have steak and corn. He's like, well, I'll just make chicken for me. And I'm like, but I don't even like steak. I eat steak to be nice with you because you got steak for me. So I was like, well, let's have steak and corn. I like steak at Mastro's. And then I was like, I don't even want the steak because I don't want to eat by myself. So then he made the chicken, and what did I have? Oh, I had one piece of corn on the cob. And then I was like, well, this was supposed to be our Domino's day. And he's like, and then I think he felt bad. He's like, well, I didn't know. And I was like, well, Saturday is our Domino's day, but that's fine. And then Sunday, he's like, we're going to order Domino's tonight. I'm like, no, we're not, because I have grapefruit in my mind for our photo shoot tomorrow. And it just messed up. And then he really was trying to push it because he knows I want the Domino's. But then I was like, no, I'm tanning, which means I smell myself, and I don't smell good. So I don't want to eat pizza when I'm smelling bad, plus tan on my hands. And I'm like, I want to do that when I'm comfy cozy. So it messed up our weekend too. It was, again, putting it in perspective when you're like, literally, I was like, when you're texting about your boyfriend, I was just like, oh man, I feel like a crap person because I literally was so like, my hair is not good today. It's not glamorous. You guys know the bob cut story I told you about. So I have like this bob happening. Like it just... Anyways, there's way more serious things, but I think if you do cut your hand on accident, you should go to a emergency room. I still think your boyfriend should, because like he might get lightheaded and he's like by himself or something. Have your phone on.
I know. Well, yeah, my dad is home and on standby in case he has to go to urgent care. Yeah, but okay, I believe he's gonna be okay. It wasn't that. It was like a long cut, but it wasn't like a deep. PETA losing the leg kind of vibe. So.
Why do I remember PETA losing his leg?
Because in the movie, he didn't lose his leg, but in the book, he did.
Wow, you're one of those people. The book actually, but I'm with you too.
Yeah, you and Bridgerton.
Yeah, I did read that one Bridgerton book. Kind of. I kind of skimmed through it, but I did read a lot of it. And they do call her ugly in the books. Just because I was like, I know early on before I knew the actress and anything, I remember I'm saying, oh, this character's like really ugly. And then obviously see the actress and pretty. But I'm like, I like read in the books again, and like they actually call her ugly numerous times. So anyways, not that it matters because she's beautiful. I think that's anyways, it's a whole debate. But maybe I'll do a whole main channel video about Bridgerton because we ordered Bridgerton's sheets. What happened to my hair?
No, this side.
You want me to show the Just Trish?
No.
Oh, is it crazy?
I see. It was you have
just
one strand that's sticking
Oh
out.
my gosh, okay.
It's like the sun. The sun sometimes has those flares. That come out. It looks like this.
Did I get it, or am I just like doing nothing?
Yeah. You have a little bit. It's like towards the right there.
You got it.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes.
Okay,
Got it.
We love it, Jimmy. Keep that in. I also met Jimmy, our editor, last week.
Oh,
I dropped that footage.
You met Jimmy.
He was so not how I expected, but in the best way. He was just so cute, and he was like, you guys don't know each other, right? You're not friends.
We're like online friends.
Online friends.
Yeah.
But you guys gave me, not that you looked like each other, but like same vibes. Like he wore his short shorts.
Yes, he is very like, he's just my kind of gay. I don't know how else to explain it. Like,
I don't know either.
He's just like another like chronically online, like fun, little nerdy gay. I don't know. But cute, yes.
Cute and like just sweet and just like, my
funny,
type too.
Yes.
Right. It's not like, you don't look at him like, oh, that person's too much or whatever. And then you also don't look at him and be like, are you even gay? Like it was just like this nice balance, and I loved it. And he was so nice. And even when I left, he just texted, he's like, oh, I love meeting you. You look great in person. I was like, you look great in person. It was really, really cute. I wish I could have talked. He lives in I won't say. I used to live there. But we want to,
everyone,
kind of
go say hi. You can see through the editing how sweet it is.
Yeah, he's.
I see it in the editing always.
You do what? Oh, his
character, like
yes,
it
like,
comes.
so with it.
I thought you meant to see his house in his editing. You see his character in the editing. Yeah, it is great. I've never usually watched him back, but when I see clips and then I see the edit, I was like, wow, he
snaps.
So good.
Yeah.
Like I loved it when he put like little, like Timothy Chalamet, he like put like a little like rat actually for him or something like that. Was that it or something? Then Hassan, you made the giant. It was cute. He's very good. Anyways. You're very good too, but you're just too busy. But we love him.
I love Jimmy's editing. Like he's just
so funny,
and he brings like a different perspective. I think too, like because it's different when you like look at it fresh,
Yeah.
And he's just like he gets all the references. Jimmy's just like literally just kind of gay. He's a Just Trish,
like perfect, like actually perfect. Like I was actually so stressed when you like weren't able to edit. And I was just like, we'll never find anybody. Like I just know, like I just never happy. And then I was like, this is actually like the most perfect ever. It was so weird.
It was very serendipitous. Yeah, he just moved and he's like 15 minutes away from me, and it was just like, it was the perfect.
And he's close to us too. Like I was on my way to cancel, so I dropped it off. But even like, it's just nice. Yeah, we're all kind of close to each other.
Yeah.
Anyways, super cute. Yeah, Just Trish, patreon.com/Just Trish. Yeah.
Did we mention that the shirts are available right now?
JustTrish.com. Oh, they're available right now.
Like right now. They'll probably sell out by the time the show is over.
Yeah, and that's not a flex. Again, we ordered a low quantity, and we're just saying that because like the cups are low quantity. And these were like our testers. I love them. Not to say we can't restock them, but these were like our testers. And plus there's like other designs I'm thinking of. So once they're gone, they're pretty much gone. So, I don't know. Is that urgent if you want to get them, get them. I just think it's cute. I love merch. Like, I was just thinking about that when I went on Cancel. They always wear huge t-shirts. Like, Tana had, like, an I Heart Trisha Paytas shirt. And I was like, oh, man, like, if Cancel had merch, like, I would wear Cancel. You know what I mean? I would wear... Do they have merch? They have merch, I guess. They had merch
on
tour.
On the tour, yeah. I don't know if they sold it online. But I did see Tana tweet, like, a couple weeks ago that they're getting ready to do, like, a merch drop and tweet them, like, inspo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, not through that. I love that. Yeah, that's everything. No, yeah, that's cute.
She's a princess of the people. Whatever the people want.
That's what you want. Yeah. I know. She's actually so smart. Tana's the smartest person. I think it's actually her birthday today. I should text her, so happy birthday. But by the time you see this, it'll be belated birthday. But she is the 24th because Malibu's also a month today. Oh, my God, the 24th. Your
Happy
anniversary.
Birthday. Yeah.
Happy birthday to Elvis. Did I say Malibu? Elvis is a month today. And Tana is a year older. I think she's 26 or 20. It's 26, I think, yeah. A lot of people are 26. Chapel Roan's 26. Everyone's 26.
I love that you are deep into the
I'm
Chapel.
in the Chapel Roan.
Yes.
I don't know. I have a couple cosplays coming up, but I wanted to go, yeah, anyways. I love her. I love the Tiny Desk. That's the one I started with, the Tiny Desk concert. I really like her. Is she coming on?
I have to follow up with them. I mean, we're still going to try. Harry's coming soon. Harry knows her team, so
Harry who?
Harry Daniels.
Oh, my God. That's my Harry Styles.
I really do have to specify.
Harry, and then I think Harry Jowsey, because we've been watching The Perfect Match, and I was just like, okay, is it him? Harry Daniels, who we love. Okay, yes. I need to actually write that down because you did. Asked you, and okay, I forgot. Shoot, maybe I should write it down now, or will you remind me?
I can remember.
Okay, remind me, because I actually forgot to write that down. Damn. Okay. And
again, this is why it's so funny. In the Patreon video, we talked about how people were commenting Trisha pretends she doesn't know, drama get it, and meanwhile you had this reaction. No, not on the Patreon. Oh. Yes, it was when Adam reacted to it. A lot of the comments were like that.
Okay,
but you can't even remember. It's right down. Harry Daniels.
No, I have to because it's the day with the hair. Seriously, I do think my memory is going a little bit. It's actually kind of scary because I was just I always write down my glams, and I was just that is so weird. I've never not, especially for a photo shoot day. I was this is so odd, and then I literally forgot. So I'm gonna write that down because I will actually forget.
Yeah. Again, welcome to our team meeting.
Oh yeah, the first
we do it online.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that happens behind the scenes.
I know. Oh my gosh. Okay. The team meeting. This is the only time we see each other. All of us. Yeah. We filmed last time on a Sunday, so I feel like filming that on a Sunday, we missed, I didn't get to talk about the Tony Awards, which I know you, don't watch.
Oh, yeah.
But I lived. Have you seen Eddie Redmayne on your For You
I
page?
have seen his, what was he doing again?
It's Cabaret. And
yes.
Oh, this is what I had these for my intro. Oh, no, Jimmy, edit my intro. This is what it was. I knew I had an idea. Okay, it was the...
I was wondering what the cups are.
This is what I'm thinking. Anyways, put it wherever. It's not that good. Huh?
Are we doing that too?
Yeah, you gotta. Okay, but I sent you the lyrics, so I'll do mine first.
Okay.
Do you know this TikTok or no?
I've seen it, yeah.
So you know how to reenact it?
No, I don't know how to reenact it. I've seen it.
Should I show you guys the TikTok? Because I want you guys to read. Okay, so maybe we should watch it.
He's
He's a puppet.
Yes.
He's welcome and bienvenue, welcome. He's
oh, that's why you were singing it in the beginning. I didn't really know what was going on at the beginning. But I just don't question it.
It's the welcome song to Cabaret, the opening of the MC, the Fremda Entrage Stranger. Quickly, chou enchanté. Happy to see you. Blipes the rest to stay.
You're good at it.
Thank you. So I want all of us to do it. I love it. Do you know who played the original MC?
No. Who? Is this someone iconic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know?
Of course.
Oh, yeah. Because he watches it with me.
Alan.
Cumming. Do you not want to say his last name? Why didn't you say his last name? You just said Alan.
I let you finish the sentence. We finish each other's sentences.
Was he Jimmy Fallon. Good at it though? I saw mixed. Some people were saying it was cringe, but some people were saying no, this is spot on.
Well, I mean, look. That looks good. Theater people are just kind of bougie, right? They're you guys don't know the meaning. He's a puppet. Because Cabaret is it's a certain time period in Germany when there was bad people, and they're trying to get them to join. You know what I mean? It's kind of so he's kind of the puppeteer that gets them to join. Whereas Alan Cumming, as the original MC, at the end, spoiler alert, his reveal was he was in the striped pajamas, which is the concentration camp.
Oh.
So he was one of the Jewish gay all of it, But this one, supposedly, he's trying to get you to join the bad guy, so he's like a little puppeteer or something, which I don't know. Look, when I first thought I was like cringe, but now I'm trying to get artsy. I ask her, you want to go first? You don't have to do the whole thing if you don't want, but you can. I love the whole thing.
Oh, we're doing a solo.
I thought we were all doing it all together,
Yes, I thought it
dancing and
was like
singing.
I mean, we can. Does anyone even care this much? Maybe it's just my For You page. No one else cares.
It's not like a music video. You're singing, Jimmy's cutting between all of us.
Oh,
puppets.
we can. Okay, but you have to sing if you want to do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to
We
both
can
sing
do-
and dance.
Yeah.
But sing the lines too, okay?
Yes.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Welcome,
Bienvenue.
bienvenue, welcome. Fremda, étranger, stranger. Glücklich ou géant, je suis enchanté. Happy to see you. Bleibst der Reste stehen. Bienvenue. Was that it? Was there?
Okay. Slay.
Okay. You guys are good. You guys look okay. I don't know. I thought it was a fun little game we can all play.
I like this. It's
I
fun.
had fun anyways.
It's fun.
Okay. We look like we're at a party, like a birthday party or something.
It's just more if I knew the lyrics, then I could really focus on the dance.
Babe, you're such a language expert. I thought you would easily be able to pick up the language. German. Anyways, it's all over my For You page. He was at the Tony Awards. I don't even know if he won. Period. I feel like the Tony Awards, they just give them to celebrities like Daniel Radcliffe. Like, I mean, not to say Daniel Radcliffe's not a winner, but Jonathan Groff. Like, I just think it's like mainstream celebrities that win. Again, I think they're iconic. I love Jonathan Groff. I love him. But right? Don't they seem like they just get to? Did you follow Tony Awards?
I
for
saw
work?
Jonathan Groff won, and people were excited because now he's like another Glee actor who has a Tony
Who's the other one?
award.
Matthew Morrison.
Oh my god, who was the other one? Oh my god, I forgot her name.
From Glee?
Yes.
Oh, like a student or like Christian Chenoweth who like guest starred on it?
Yeah, Alex Newell won for Shucked, I think last year. Yeah, June 2023.
Oh, she was on the Glee project, right? For Oklahoma? Did she win for?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she was on the Glee project and then she got onto Glee.
Oh, I don't
for like
I don't-
2 seasons.
I
But like
don't
it was
know.
the end seasons, like 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
I kind of like lost it on that. Yeah, but I love her. I actually saw her in Oklahoma. It was like this roundabout. It was really good. She was really good. I forgot she was on Glee, I guess.
Yeah, because she has like such a career like post Glee.
Yeah,
Kind of forget. Yeah.
just kind of like everything.
I wonder someone else won though. I forget who. But none for Rachel Zegler.
What?
I mean,
What
not
do
Rachel
you mean?
Zegler. Rachel
Leah Michele.
Rachel Berry.
Oh, I was like, wait, was she on Glee too? And she was like,
What an intro.
I know, what an intro. Anyways, get your merch at justtrish.com and patreon.com/justtrish. I will show. Do you want to show the notebook? Patreon.com/justtrish. You guys, we're gonna hit our 100th episode in July, plus our 1-year anniversary. So our producers are going to get this notebook. We're also gonna try to figure out a giveaway. And yeah, look how gorge. That's just I designed it. Looks a little chaotic, actually, now that I'm looking at it, but it's still iconic. The rainbow, this sticker took forever to get it formatted like that. Shout out Lou Izzle for helping. It's our pride. Our pride is coming to an end just for the month, not in our hearts. It lives on forever. And then our pride Birkin. I have to sell enough of these headshots to pay for that Birkin. I'm still on payment plans for it. I'm not, but no, you guys, if you guys want the headshot, there it is. Patreon.com/JustTrish. You can also see all the Dramageddon series. You can watch the back episodes. We're going to film more Patreon this week, so go check that out. Everyone's eating those saucy nuggets, including Steph Pappas, so we got to try
Yeah, we
it.
got to jump on the saucy nugget bandwagon.
saucy
I've been
nugget.
wanting them so bad, but I've been holding out for the art of it all. Like I've been
Oh,
sacrificing.
like
yeah.
the first impression?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, same.
But Pride, I guess we have one more Pride special with Jeff on this week. So
Okay, right. The theme is...
gay.
Which I was thinking... Okay, because I was like, is that offensive? It's like, I mean, I am a queer, but like Jeff, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
No ally tease. He has
Okay.
to like earn the allyship.
but is it like appropriation to be
Yes,
like
no.
dress gay? Because you gave
No.
me the mood board, and I was kind of like, that seems a little stereotypical gay.
No, Jeff Wittek, I think it's fierce. Like, I mean, like, look at Harry Styles. Harry Styles is always a little queer, so...
But he is a little queer.
He's never identified as such, so...
Right,
yeah.
okay, so...
And Jeff has said he's, like, I think 20%
He
gay or
better
something.
actually be. If he's saying he's 20%, because I would be so mad if he's like, no, it's just fun. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say I love it. I just, I don't know. he brought Tana, and Tana's in Cancun. So I'm like, and she was down to come. She's like, I'll come. And I'm like, oh man, it's like literally next week. But we like rescheduled Jeff. This sounds like a little, maybe a recipe for disaster. Because he has a little too straightforward for me. He's coming on. I love it. Great. But
no,
it's like,
I'm going to come to make sure it's balanced out, gay to straight ratio, you know? And
I just want to make sure, because he also brings straight people with him.
Yes,
and we're doing a gay episode. And I'm like,
he's ready to be fully like, you know, an ally for Pride. So, and he was very eager. He's the one that propositioned. He's like, can I come like dressed up as something? And I was like, gay, sure. So he's gonna wear.
Yeah, make sure they know it's your idea, because I'm like, I don't know. People are gonna think, why did she make this guy dress up as gay?
No, I told him if he's not gay at the front gate, they'll be turned around.
Oh my God, Oscar. Okay.
So I said he's gonna wear like a little crop top. I said low rise jeans, jock strap.
Isn't it a little stereotyping the gays?
I'm allowed to do it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Oscar's dressing him. He's saying I'm for it. I love anything pride, queer, gay. We love all of it. But I'm like, oh no, this could be just chaotic. But okay.
We're the new gay barbershop. Like people go to him usually. They usually go to him to get haircuts. He styles people usually.
Right, okay. So
what's this time we're styling him.
They have to be gay to come here.
Yeah.
They have to have some sort of gayness in them.
Uh-huh.
And he said he's 20%. As long as he is, we should actually have that as a requirement. I mean, we can't get sued or fired. If we're like, we only prefer... Anyways, I think so.
It's just a preference.
Yeah. We just like everyone a little queer.
On our questionnaire, we'll have a rainbow, and people put a % of how
queer they are.
They are in the rainbow.
We can ask people that, but we'll figure it out. We'll give them Just Trish shirts. We actually can't give anyone Just Trish shirts because we have limited quantities of these. I was just thinking about that. I was like, we should pull some for, and I was like, we have literally none, but... Anyways, justtrish.com to get the shirts. Yeah, just coming up. I'm telling you, if I like, this sounds so superficial because I know there's so many more serious things, but it's like literally if I don't feel like I have like, if I don't feel pretty, like I literally feel like my whole day is just like ruined. It's so weird. And I mean that in the sense of like, I can be so ugly, but like I'm planning to be ugly that day, as opposed to like if I'm planning to be gorge and glam and I'm not, it like throws off my whole day. But I don't want to sound like a Kardashian over here where I just think like beauty is everything. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, this week's Kardashians really irritated me. And I love the Kardashians, you guys know, and I want to battle for Skims, and it'll never happen because I'm sure they'll have all these clips of me talking like whatever. But it was like sad. Obviously, the Kylie thing everyone was mad about. That Kylie was like, "Oh my god, like people called me ugly," and it's everyone's like, "Okay, but you set these beauty standards," which is very true. I love that point. But also Kim being like, "I have 10 years left of me of looking good, and then I'm done. I'm retiring." I was just like, you don't like stop looking good after like my mom's like 65 and she looks so good, and I feel like there's like a whole list of people that look amazing, and so it just made me sad that like everyone thinks you have an expiration date, which I always thought too. I always thought like, oh man, once I hit 30, like. I literally did not think I would live past 30, and I almost like was trying to manifest that for myself for so long. Like, I'm not gonna live past 30. I would tell everybody like I didn't want to. I wanted to be like glamorous when I was, dead, whatever. And it literally was because of that. Because I thought no guy would want me, nobody would want to marry me, nobody wants a 30-year-old. Like, it was so crazy. So like to hear this now about Kim talking about being in the 50s, like I don't know, like actually made me so sad. And then I started spiraling, and I started like crying, and I was just like, God, our world is kind of effed up actually if you think about it. Like the reason everyone wants to be so skinny now is because the Kardashians are skinny. Because the reason everyone wanted to be curvy was the Kardashians were curvy at the beginning. Everyone's like, oh, we need a butt, we need this, and it was inspiring. And now it's like we all need to be skinny, and this whole world is just effed. You know what I mean? It's just really, really sad. And as much as I love to be skinny, it's just like I don't think that's like the end all be all goal. You know what I mean? And it's like sad. Yeah,
that's why in the one episode I have Kylie crying over people like commenting on how she looks, and then like the next scene is Kim saying that I only have 10 years of being pretty is like actually insane. And it really was like the next scene. You know?
Crazy.
So it's like the whiplash is wild.
So you don't want people judging you for your looks, but then also
your
like
whole family is like
when you can retire when you're ugly, like when you're 50 and nobody like that's so wild. And then like for Kendall will be like, people just dehumanize us, and I was just like, no one's dehumanizing. You guys are the one who set this and continue to set this. Like I can't remember who said it on TikTok when everyone was doing the Kylie Jenner lip challenge, and they were like literally putting their like lips in glass and like cutting their lips and stuff with it, and it's like to look like her. And for so long, I think she said she had lip injection, but for so long they like denied. I think they still deny a lot of it. I think they deny. I think Chloe said she said like one nose job, which it's like, I mean, like there's just more, and not to say it's a whole thing, but yeah, people aren't defending you because like it's just there's just changes and you can see it, and it's like I don't know, it just sucks when people are not honest. Same thing with like the Ozempic. I just think people should be honest. I love Kelly Clarkson for saying she was on like a weight loss drug, and I love when people say it because I just think it's again unrealistic to be like that skinny that fast unless. And again, I'm for it, but just like it makes me so sad. I don't know. It's really really sad.
Yeah, I think the honesty really is like the biggest thing because like Kylie denied it for so long. Granted, she was like young or whatever, and I'm sure someone told her to like lie about it. But like you obviously like changed how you look, but then made it seem like, oh, it was just because I like overlined my lips.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and it's
totally,
like
yeah.
you sold the dream.
Yeah, well, if you get the lip kit, like that's what your lips will look like
Yes.
too. And it's like, yeah, and then everyone got the filler. And yeah,
The way she worded it in this show, she was like, I've been on a journey for the last year to dissolve half of my lips.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not a journey. Like she talks about even just dissolving half of her lips as a year-long journey.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you obviously did a lot.
Well, it was just such a weird scene, and I just think I'm like, are they like that out of touch? And again, I watch them, I like their lifestyle, but it's just like, damn, that's some out of touchness. Like I don't.
Yeah, it's the show is really confusing to me. Like in this like new era of Kardashians, because I feel like before they were more like relatable, and now like their whole thing is almost being like unrelatable, like their whole lifestyle. Like I have to watch the show because like for work I have to make videos on it, and I'm just like,
interesting.
I'm like, whoo, like I sit through it, and I'm just like,
so you
what
don't
am
like
I
it?
gonna? Not anymore. I used to like really like the show on the E days, but now in the new era, I think they maybe almost have too much control because like everything is like so specific, like what they show into their lives and their conversations is like so produced. And like we said the other day, like Kourtney's whole storyline was the scrapbook. I'm like, this is just like, there's got to be more going on.
Now it's scripted, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
totally.
like
I think
so.
that's why it goes from one person crying about comments to the next person saying the opposite. Because I think they just blocked it. You know, we need one Kardashian to cry about something. We need one Kardashian to talk about this. Then suddenly, Khloe goes on a journey with her friend to look for. I'm like,
Which also
they
killed
just have
me.
to fill in time. 'cause
Yeah, for the hour. But Chloe's like, I'm leaving Hidden Hills today. I'm making a trek, and I'm going to the Simi Valley, which is for anyone who doesn't know, literally maybe 10 minutes away.
We're like 2 minutes from there. I was like, oh, we know that farm.
It's like literally so close. She's like, I'm making a big trek, but like, don't worry, I have my phone in case Kourtney goes into labor. I'm like, you're literally 10 minutes away. Like, what is going on?
That was weird.
The storylines are just so like bizarre and like so out of touch. And I like the Kardashians, except for Kendall, but I like everyone else and Kourtney. But I like her.
I like Kourtney.
Chloe a little, but I like Kylie. I like Kim.
So you just like I like him. I like Chris and Corey. I was like, why is Corey there? But I really do think he's like an FBI agent or something like that. Like I'm always like, that's so. He's like security. I get it. I would date my security too. I did date my security. He is my security. But
I don't know.
It's weird.
Yeah, I think they almost just get so like in their bubble. I feel like it's one of those things where maybe like surrounded by a lot of like yes men, you know, and like
yeah.
I don't know if especially with the show, like I feel like if you're doing a show about yourself, you got to have someone like to be like, no, this is like, the part that people are actually interested in about you.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
need an Oscar. You should actually, like, because you're good at like pushing it to not in like a good way. I'm like, oh, I don't know what we're talking about, but it's like I always think that you know the stuff that people want to talk about in the push, and sometimes you just need a little push. Like this is what people are interested in, which is like why it does so well too, like the title and stuff. Because like sometimes I'm like, oh, I would never be interested in that, but you're like, you have your hand on the pulse of what people want to hear and see.
Yeah, it's like I need someone who's like a part of your audience almost, and like also like a part of like the internet to like see what the conversation is about you, and you want to like give people what they want, and you want to like also push the boundaries of that. And I feel like right now all the Kardashians are like not doing any of that. And then Kylie, I feel like this was a scene where it was like, oh, like Kylie's gonna be real. You know what I mean? Like people are gonna love. She's like barely in the show. People are gonna love that Kylie's being like unfiltered about her insecurities.
Yeah.
Which I do feel bad for the girl. Like any woman who's being like criticized for their looks, obviously, like I feel a little bad for it. But then it's just like you said, she just like profited so much. She became a billionaire off of like people wanting to like look like her, and it wasn't like attainable. So it's like, I don't know.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can't have. People just don't have the sympathy for that, which is like rightfully so. And kind of what Kendall said at the end too. She was like, Kendall made it worse by saying like, any other woman they'd stick up for, and it's like, yeah, because no one else is doing these like crazy beauty standards that you guys have, and like saying this is what we do, and it's natural, and it's this, and it's working out, and all this stuff like that. It's like so much.
And the
so
face tuning, like so extreme, and then saying it's not face tuned. I love a tune, but like you gotta be able, if you get clocked, be like, yeah, tune that. Like a Tana.
Of course,
like people like she makes it her brand. She's like, of course I face tune this Getty image.
Yes, our
like,
images, our thumbnails too.
Yes.
I always look so good.
Retouch the house.
Yes.
Like of course. And like, but we own up to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for Chloe to be like, the walls in the background of Chloe's Instagram, wavy as hell. And she's like, I didn't retouch that at all. It's the angle. Mama, like this diva, we see right through it.
I know. And it's like, they do look good. Like, they look good. We see them on video. So it's like, why are you like, that's so weird
Even
to
like
me.
the lighting I noticed too in their confessionals, like it's all like
Blurred.
so blurred. And then Kim, like she leans forward so her head is bigger than her body.
Ooh. That's what I should be doing. So I feel it. I already feel skinnier. And she has her arm shoulders so tiny.
Yes.
So she's like, yeah.
She always leans forward, so like the angle you get that like the head's bigger, the body's tiny. It's like, but how much tinier can she get? And then I see them eat like they do their little dinners and stuff, and then like there's nothing on like the plates are full still, like the pasta.
Yeah, but they used to one season like show them specifically eating. I think there was one season where they had like fried chicken. Remember they had like a buffet, and they were like, and Kim was like, all the fried chicken, and that whole season like
They always
Chloe,
met in restaurants.
pizza,
Every time they met, it was in a restaurant.
They're like, oh, I love this pizza, and it would show Chloe eating it, and they were like really making an effort to show them eating so much. And this season, you're right, they're like not eating, and like their tummies are tiny, like they're not gonna eat all that. But it was so interesting that they were trying to show, which I think is good, show that you're still eating, because like that's probably a good thing. But it is weird. And it makes me say, I like them. I liked the Kardashians better than Keeping Up. I never watched Keeping Up because I thought, oh, they're always like fighting and I don't want to watch this. This I liked because it was so extravagant and not relatable. So then when they try to be relatable, I was like, no, that's not it. Like just know you're not going to be related to at all. Like you can't relate. You don't know what these girls are going through trying to look like you without the money. Like it's just like, I don't know. It was like weird. So
also in society, like most reality shows are about people, real people, but they're not even the 1%. They're the 0.0001%. They're so not relatable to anyone in this world. So it's like...
Yeah, reality shows are interesting. They either show the really upper elite, like Kardashians and Real Housewives and stuff like that, or they show like TLC, like the ones that just like really find people that are down on their, it's like the Mama Junes, and not that, whatever, they became successful, but it's, the 600-pound life. And...
Yeah, you have to be extreme. Like, you have to be either so, like, rich and unrelatable that people want to be you, or you have to be so, like, down on your luck, or, like, have things working against you where people feel better about themselves watching you.
Yeah, that's like, definitely it.
It has
You're
to
right.
be the extreme either way.
Yeah, because I was even watching clips with, like, Teen Mom. Like, it's still on. Like, it's so crazy. That was, like, those girls are, like, younger
the
than...
The babies are so grown.
16. They're, like, driving, which is, like,
crazy.
so crazy. But I kept seeing the clips of, like, Leah, which is, like, Amber's daughter, and it's just, like, them fighting at the birthday. Did you see that with her and Gary? And I'm just like, this is, like, kind of sad, and, like, no one's really stepping in. And this daughter, her whole life has been on TV with her parents just, like, fighting, like, over her and on her. And it's, like, really, really sad to watch. And I'm like, oh, I don't know why people watch this stuff. It's just, like you said, they kind of... And also, like, the MTV people should be kind of ashamed, right? Like, they're kind of the ones that are, like, filming all this and not really... There was another show... Oh, God, did I write it down? There was another show where I was just like, why... Was it MTV? I don't know. I can't remember who it was. But I was like, why would they not step in? Because at a certain point, you have to... I don't think I wrote it on this one, but it's like... I think you should say something. You know what I mean? If you're seeing, like, these kids... Was it... I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe it was, like, Abby Lee or something like that, but that wasn't it. It was something where I'm like, probably someone should step in and say something. I don't know.
Yeah, with kids especially, like, that's where it gets so dicey. I mean, like, I guess there's some, like, reality shows that have kid talent that's, like, cutesy. Like, I have a cousin, like, one of my younger cousins loves, like, what's the one? Not Top Chef Junior. The one with Gordon Ramsay, but with the kids. Like Master Chef Junior or
Gordon
something.
Ramsay's a kid's one?
Yes.
Is he yelling at them?
No, he's like so sweet and like
okay.
encouraging, and like sometimes they get hard on themselves, and he's like, no, like, what are you doing? Like, you're doing great.
Oh,
and he'll like help them like cook. So it's like very like wholesome. Cute. And it's
so
like
weird for
people
him.
do like cuts of like him talking to kids versus adults, and he's like, what are you doing? You're an idiot sandwich, you know? And then the kids, he's like, no, like, you're doing great.
Aww.
He talks them through it, you know? So
Okay,
I guess like
cute.
that stuff when kids are talented and you kind of like foster their talent and you like uplift them, I guess like a case like that is good. But like, I mean, especially family dynamics, I feel like with kids that's like hard to make ethically.
No, for sure. That wife swap show, I remember that was always so weird. Like
yes,
the kids were
always going through it.
Yeah, it seems a little bit abusive and no one saying anything, but I don't know. Reality TV is weird. Anytime people ask us to do reality TV, I'm just like, trust me, like my whole life, it's like been 100 people being like, we want to develop a show, and it's like goes nowhere because I just know like how it works or whatever. But also it's like, I don't think I'd want to do that. I don't know, because then you have to create drama or like, I don't want that. You know what I mean?
Or they create drama for you,
which is worse. I think that's worse than having real. I was like, no, I can't do that. So I don't know, not reality TV.
And I feel like I don't know, reality shows in the early 2000s, I feel like were it. Like, everyone had one. But nowadays, right? I think especially with social media, because everyone kind of, like, does stuff themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, and you, like, make all the money yourself. Because a reality show, they pay you, like, literally nothing. Anything we've ever done, like, reality TV offers, they're, like, $100 or something. Still to this day, it's, like, $100 for reality
They're so
TV.
cheap. Yeah, people from reality TV, I feel like they mostly make their money from, like, influencing, from getting famous from reality
That's what
TV.
Love is Blind said. They said they'd get, like, brand deals or something, which
Same
is,
with,
like, crazy.
The Bachelor and Bachelorette contestants and stuff. Like, all the money is, like, after the show.
The Bachelor's a weird one to me. Like, how are they... Like, why are they so popular after the show? Because once the show's done, I forget about them. I can't even tell you who the last Bachelor was, and we watch every season.
I think it's like it's almost like any reality show, like with a Drag Race or anything too. It's like kind of what you do after the show. Like, if you like have a personality and then you just like go in on it. Like, I haven't watched Bachelor in so long, but like the one I always remember, Ashley she was like on I know the Bachelor his name was Ben. He was like a tall white guy. Really narrows it down.
Yeah, all of them. All of them.
Really narrows it down. But her thing was she was just crying all the time, very like Trish back in the day.
I love that.
And that was her thing. Like, she made merch of her crying and like the mascara.
Okay.
She was just like emotional, and that was like her thing. So like I feel like if you have a thing on the show and you like go in on it 100% and like you make yourself a personality, then people get like invested in
Is she still out there?
No, she still like does like her own stuff now. She's like a mom. She has she's pregnant. She's having her second baby, and she got the guy. She was on Bachelor in Paradise, and she was like desperate for this guy, like crying over him, like wanted him so bad, and he didn't want her. And then he got over him, and then he came crawling back, and then they got married and had 2 babies.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, love coded. I love it. Trish coded. I love that. That's cute. I guess it's cute, but to me, I'm just like, every time I hear someone saying from Bachelor, and I was like, who cares? And I know I have like a one-sided beef with Nick Viall, but like honestly, like he was on Masked Singer. We watched an old season because like my daughter loves Masked Singer. So we were watching like a season like 2 seasons ago, and like they're like, oh, he came out to give a clue, like from The Bachelor, it's Nick Viall, and I was like, what? Like, why is this the person?
There's some that, especially. There's some that just have like not a lot of personality that I'm like, I think we're good on you. You know what I mean?
That's
I think
what I'm
we've
saying,
tapped out. Even with like on Traders last season with Pilot Pete, I'm like, I think we're okay. Like, I think we could have just kept it moving with like,
perfect example. Yeah. That guy, I was literally like, this guy looks like a guy off the street, like not whatever. But I'm just like, who is this person? Like, no personality, not funny, like nothing special about him. And I was like, how do they? Traders, you're on thin ice with me because I don't know about this casting for this new season either. I don't think it's great. I think it's going. I don't know.
I know.
It's going down.
I think gotta wait.
I don't think so.
I have a feeling that something is gonna go down, like with this cast. It's gonna be interesting.
Well, I mean, they split it up that way, but I guess so.
It could go either way for sure. There's some gay icons in there. So
I mean, Bob the Drag Queen's the only one I care about. Who else? Who's the gay?
Brittany Haynes. Gays love her.
Who's that?
She was from Big Brother, but an Amazing Race. But she's like reality TV. Gays love her just because she's like a sassy, quippy, sarcastic, smart-ass blonde girl, and she's cute. And she's all about for the gays. So. And she's best friends with Janelle, who you like.
Okay,
so.
we live for Janelle.
Yeah, she's best friends with Janelle.
I always just get a little bit, when someone says gays love them, I get a little bit competitive.
She's never said that. We've claimed her.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I get a little bit, because I'm like, but what about me? Like, I thought I was, you know what I mean? I don't need to compete against another blonde. Yeah, it was crazy. I know you sent me a list of, like, women who are okay to say stuff about gay. And I was just like, oh my God, I was on there with Julia Fox and Rosalia. And
yes.
Was it Jessica Lange? Why her? I live for Jessica Lange.
Just gay icons.
Is she a
Michelle
gay icon?
Visage.
Oh, okay.
Charli XCX.
I like Michelle. Did I come from Michelle Visage? I like Michelle Visage. I want to be her friend. Did I ever say anything bad about her?
You flip back and forth.
Okay.
I mean, with everyone, you've said positive. That's the fun thing about you. For any shade, you can find lights.
I know. I literally will text Oscar and be like, have I ever talked bad about this person? Like, because honestly, I just say a lot of stuff that I feel in the moment. Like, Sugar and Spice had something against Michelle, so I was like, not against, but just like, they weren't feeling her. I was like, no, she was awful. But now I'm kind of like, oh man, I kind of see myself in Michelle. Like, I feel like she was nice to me at one point too. So I feel like, like, I don't know. I just need a bypass.
Normalize changing your mind,
Normalize talking about people you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, and then once you get to know them, you take it back. You know what I mean?
If I got to know Kendall Jenner and she was a lovely girl.
You might think she's your bestie.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you know what? I said that you were uninteresting and I liked you the least, but I like you now.
People
she needs
surprise
to make
you.
an effort to change
Exactly.
your mind.
If she came on
if
here,
she cares, she'll make an effort
Yeah.
to change
if
your
she
mind.
came on the podcast, things would be different.
I think so too. But I have met people, and I know in my God, there was someone who had talked crap about me, and then I met them, and they were like, maybe it was like when I was like thinking about Colleen when I was trying to give her the out when I thought we were still friends, to be like, did you ever do this about me? And then I remember I would tell her like, or when I first asked her about
Or like a Jake and Johnny too.
Yeah, that's a good one. Jake definitely did not like me in the reality house. He definitely made videos. I think he said I was annoying too. And I was like, respect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. I literally say that about everybody. And I probably said it about him in the reality house. I think I was like, I don't know this person's name or something. You know, like something. So I get it. And I also like think maybe he genuinely thought I was annoying and like did not like me. But I do think, like you said, once you get to know people, sometimes like they can change your mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that's what I like to think with him. So yeah, and Colleen too. When I asked her the first time about the nude thing, I was like, it's fine if you've like talked about me, just let me know so I like know how to address this. And she like still denied it, but I was still like, it's fine if you did. I've talked people like, you know, I talk about when I talk about this before, like Joey, before I met Joey, I used to like talk like so much crap about him. And then I met him and he was like actually like the nicest person in the whole world. And I was like, okay. And he like knows that. Like he was friends with Shane and I used to be like, oh, like he's so fake, he's so this, he's whatever. And then I met him and he's like so nice. And I was like, oh, he's literally still the nicest so far. Like, look, I said that about Colleen too. I was just like, oh my God, these are unproblematic. I said it too. In the December mukbang of December of 2022, I remember seeing that mukbang. I'm like, oh my God, you're like, you and Joey are like the nicest, most unproblematic people. Like who would try to get, like I was genuinely shocked because I didn't know about any of that stuff that she had like a hate Reddit. I was like, that's so weird. Like it's something that I could never have ever predicted with her ever, because I literally said that like 6 months before she got, you know, her true colors came out or whatever. So I always say that about Joey. I'm like, he's literally the nicest. He never talks about people. And I said that about Colleen because I never heard her talk about people. And then I was like, what the f-? You know what I mean? But I have to watch that because not that I'm not no premonitions, but I'm just saying like if that happened with Joey, I'd be like, oh. My streak is out, you know what I mean?
Is changing your mind
No.
Either way, you know?
Yeah, changing your mind either way.
You know, what the matter, it depends on the information that comes out.
That comes out,
As far as I know.
As far as I know,
no
Joey.
skeletons in the closet.
Right,
but
Rosanna Pansino and probably Justine. I don't know her, but they all seem.
Justine seems like, yeah, like she's just living her life with her Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Like having the time of her life.
But watch something comes out that she has like this like scheme with Apple or something. You just never know. And like I said, I've read some tea on some influencers where I'm just like, that's actually wild if that's true. And like you always are like, would that come out? Is that gonna come? Is that even true? Like, it's actually crazy who would shock you. So
yeah,
I think
that actually is very like Tana coded, because there was like this tea about like Jack Wright, the TikToker. Did
I
you
have
see
no
that?
idea who this is.
I vaguely know who he is. He's just like another like cute white boy TikToker, like
Current TikToker?
Yeah, he's like over 11 million followers.
He's not
on
like
TikTok.
a MagCon boy or something. I
No,
just learned
he's
about
like
MagCon this morning. It stands for Meet and Greet Convention. I just watched the whole TikTok.
I had no idea that's what it stood for.
Yeah, I had no idea what this was. It only lasted 6 months. Anyways.
Did it? That was the one Shawn Mendes was on, right? With Cameron Dallas Nash Greer.
Cameron Dallas Nash Greer.
Jake, the little one, the sweatshirt. Jacob Sartorius?
Yeah, he came on when they re-signed for another two because they broke the contract that came. I did a whole deep dive in them. I want all of them. Jacob Sartorius came on at the end. I think DJ Mahogany Locks too.
Yes, Mahogany Locks.
Which I knew her from TikTok. I didn't know she was part of this group. I like her.
She's
cool.
And does she dance too?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
She
yeah.
danced in her uncle's Red Foo or something.
Oh wow. Yeah. Work. We'll react to that.
Yeah. Okay. So Jake Wright. I know they talked about him when I was on Cancellation, and I like didn't really know who this was.
He's just kind of like a Noah Beck type, just like a brand friendly, attractive white boy who is just like cute on TikTok, you know? Yeah. But that was another thing, like Tana, she talked about on the Canceled tour, she like exposed him or like name dropped him as like someone who was like secretly like creepy behind the scenes, because like in an episode of Canceled a couple months ago, she talked about how this one TikToker that no one would expect, like every time she sees him out for Halloween, he's always dressed as like Jeffrey Dahmer, and he's done it like 4 years in a row. And he takes it like very, very seriously. So he's never been like photographed in his like Jeremy Dahmer like costume or anything, so it's just for like the parties he's dressed as like Jeffrey Dahmer. No, like he'll post his like wholesome like Spider-Man costumes or whatever, but like
right, because he's brand friendly.
Yes, but then like secretly he's like his Jeffrey Dahmer costume. So she in the Canceled episode, she didn't say who it was, so people have been speculating for months, but then like on the tour
she confirmed.
Yeah, she said it was it was him, Jack Wright.
They confirmed a lot on the tour. I guess Brooke said her A-list. Her A-list. Did she say it on the podcast or on the tour? Because I guess she said the name of the A-list person. I think I told you.
I think it was the tour, I want to say. Unless it was a recent episode.
There was a recent episode, but I don't think she said it on there. But I was like, wow, you guys really spill all the tea. And I was like, I mean, that's kind of worth the price of admission for sure. But then they're like, we have to watch what we say. But I'm like, but that's what makes the tour so good is they're getting all this like tea from it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man.
And
so Jack Wright. So did he respond?
No. Well, she also said that like she would see him out in the parties and he would be like doing all these crazy drugs, and again like staying up to like 5 a.m. or later, like doing all these crazy drugs, and it was just like not like how you perceive him at all.
I love how she just is saying, oh, I love it. I wish people listened to. I wish I had 1 million views when I was her age, and I could say that. I guess people did. I guess people listened to me when I was like that age when I talked about people, but they didn't take me seriously. Like I love that Tana is like taken serious. Like girls like have her back. You know what I mean? I feel like when I talked about people, like, oh, Trish, you're annoying. But I feel like people have her back with this. So what they say? Are they trying to cancel him? Honestly, he should. If you're just thinking he was a serial killer, like there's something kind of wrong with you.
For like 4 years in a row, secretly.
Yeah, secretly too. You're like, it's not part of the Netflix promotional, Evan Peters. But
yeah. He hasn't responded, but he's still like posting on TikTok, and
Okay.
all the comments are like, I fear you ate and slayed. It's a lot lot of that on his comment section, because his like TikToks are just like him being hot, so it is a little like, it is just odd.
I can't look. I truly can't look at like, I saw a picture of him. I think it was blonde.
Yes,
and I like can't look at like someone that age and like think. I guess it's like little girls that are liking him, like teenagers.
I think, yeah, okay. Probably.
Maybe
how
not my
old
demographic.
Is he even? I don't even know how old
he just looks like such a little boy. Like I'm like, that's so crazy to me that those people are like being hot.
21.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess. Yeah. I guess probably for the teenage girls, probably not for me. He's doing those TikToks for, because I was like, oh, I just can't like look at it. I haven't seen any of his TikToks. I just saw a picture of him because I was like, who is this person?
It's so interesting though, like the dichotomy of it all, the dichotomy of the lore, which I feel like is a very Tana sentence.
Dichotomy of the lore. She does say big words. I think she did say dichotomy. She says some big words sometimes. I'm like, oh, you are
she
smart.
She just whips them out sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
no, she's actually really smart.
Vocabulary diva. Yeah. She knocks it out of the park. But yeah, I feel like he's another one though. It's like, what can he really like say if he like addresses it? Yeah, I like Jeffrey Dahmer. That's weird, but like,
right?
What is he gonna say?
I want someone to leak a picture of him in it. Like I want to see that.
There's gotta be pictures,
yeah, I
right?
think then he should say something, especially if he's brand friendly. But you know what? I judge all these brands that just like look past it because they're guys. Because I see so many guys. It's kind of like we were talking about Zach Justice and stuff like that. Like the stuff he says is so problematic. Whether it's like trolling or rage bait or whatever it is, it's like actually awful, and they still get like sponsors. I remember I was like losing sponsors for literally like saying I didn't know my gender. Like I thought I was transgender like 5 years ago, and I've explained it why, and I'm non-binary now. I saw someone make a TikTok about me. Press Hilton made a TikTok about me. He's like, anyone remember Trisha Paytas, the one who said she was the one who's transgender? And I was like, I was gonna comment like I'm non-binary, not transgender, because I think it's super offensive, because it's like now I've come out and said what I was thinking. But the fact that I wasn't getting sponsors for like literally 7 years because I like those kind of videos, or there's other reasons, dissociative identity disorder, all this stuff like that I thought I had or whatever. But it's like these people who are saying like racist, homophobic like stuff currently actively to people's faces about influencers, like it's actually like crazy that they still get sponsors. Like it's actually the Matt and Abby one is another one, that podcast, because that guy is actually like a piece of actually, like if there's one person that I would actually want like real beef with is like Matt Howard, because he's actually awful, and she's actually in like a verbally abusive relationship or emotionally abusive relationship, and like doesn't see it, and is like telling people like, if you hate my husband, like you're not a friend of mine. It's like you're actually in this weird position. He's also like being platformed, whether it's for rage bait or not, like he's embarrassing her. Like it's so embarrassing, and he's such an awful human. And I was like, the C-section thing that went viral this week about him being like, not talking to his wife after she gave birth because he disagreed about the formula. She wanted to breastfeed, he wanted to do formula, so he like shut down, didn't talk to her. And she goes, yeah, that really hurt the most because you weren't talking to me. I was like, what a freaking little your husband, your wife just gave birth via C-section, like traumatic, all this stuff like that. She's trying to pump, like you're an actual. So anyways, those kind of people, I'm just like, how are they getting sponsors? And it's just Jack White too. I guess I don't know him, so I shouldn't say this. But if he is actually dressing as Jeffrey Dahmer, like that's actually problematic. Do you know what I mean? Like it's also like if it's like secretive, and it's like, I don't know. I think it's not brand friendly. Let's put it that way. If you want to dress as Jeffrey Dahmer, okay, you're a freak, but you're also going to be like Tide Pods or whatever you're promoting. Like that's weird. Like you have someone who's actually like what is the word? Like admiring a serial killer. I think if you publicly admire it, and it's not just true crime where you're like listening, I'm interested in the story. It's like I'm dressing as a serial killer.
Yeah.
Like there's something like wrong with you. I actually think, like, you know what I mean? And you're still getting brand deals, and it just makes me so upset because it's such a double standard. And I'm just like in the Patreon we talked about Zach and all this stuff. I didn't know half those stuff that he said, and I was just like, it's so frustrating.
Yeah, it is a weird double standard because it's like, obviously, like, you still get flack for this stuff, for some of the videos too, and like obviously that's people's decisions, like, you know, forgive or not. But I feel like there is such a difference in someone who it was like working through like mental illness and like figuring out their identity and being like confused about that as a result of their mental illness, and then being able to apologize and like move on from that, versus someone who like continuously doubles down on like, you know, homophobia, transphobia, racism. Like,
yeah,
there's people who actively hold those beliefs and like or have platforms and then promote those beliefs.
Yeah,
like promote transphobia and stuff, and it's like no one really like cares because they're men, question mark. Like,
yeah,
it's
cute guys.
It's like,
yeah,
it really is wild. I mean, you talked about it before with like the Theo Von. Like Theo Von's like very like brand friendly and stuff, but then he brings guests on who are like transphobic and stuff. So it's like, well, obviously that's not the
just
culture right now. So.
No, yeah, and you shouldn't be able to eat like. One, it's weird if those are your thoughts in private, but you're private, but you're like an entertainer, and like that just like does not fly. Like why would you want to promote someone like that? Like, even if you're internalized like transphobic, homophobic, whatever, and stuff like that, like you're bringing on a guest and like promoting. It's so freaking weird to me. It's like I don't know. It's just such a. But then you also have to question, why are you doing that? Like, you're obviously bringing this person on who's all this stuff. I don't know. It's super frustrating, and I try not to vent because then people just point 5,000 fingers. Oh, well, remember this, you know what I mean? It's like, I get it. Yes, you can keep bringing stuff up for 10 years, and I'll always talk about it. I don't care, but it's just more frustrating than anything. It's like,
there's just a difference between like actively like choosing to be a good person versus like you're in the current day with the knowledge that your beliefs are hurting people, and then continuing to like perpetuate them. There's such a big difference with that. Like, you know that like if you say that like, oh, gay people shouldn't be around kids, like, you know, that's like hurtful and problematic and false, but then you are saying that and encouraging other people to believe that, like, you know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
For sure. And all the kids that follow you, like, they're just not fully there. So whatever you say, they'll take as truth. You know what I mean? Whether it's a joke or not. And I think that's the scary part too. Like with Zach, like he jokes, he makes those like racist jokes and stuff, but then other kids will see it and just think like that's like okay too. I don't know. It's just like it's very bizarre. It's very weird too, because now I see it more. Like we were really woke for a minute, and now I just see now with the younger generation just like trying to push it and like going back to like edgy jokes and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, it's just like. There's a reason, like, wokeness is good. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, some of it can be, like, a little extreme, but I feel in general, like, there's a reason why wokeness is good. But
well, shout out MrBeast, because he actually defended one of his trans, like, members of his crew. Because another influencer, Nick Merckx, was tweeting transphobic comments about her.
Who was it?
His name is Nick Merckx.
It's his employee?
Nick, he's like a streamer on Kick, I want to say. Which
nothing
is like,
good comes from Kick.
Nothing good comes from Kick.
Everyone was like anti-Kick.
Yes.
I saw Amaranth got like a pink or a green G-Wagon. I'm not returning it, but it said Kick on the thing. I'm like, who? This is like the third influencer I see got a G-Wagon sent to them. I was like, what the hell?
What is going on?
Where's our Tesla trucks?
Literally, it's so odd. And Kick, they have money because I guess they sign like upfront deals, I think, to like give them money.
Okay, maybe we should go there.
Think so no, because everyone there is like it's like problematic down.
Okay. I thought Rumble was the problematic one.
That probably too. Every person I've seen on the Kick, you know, it sounds like just a mess. Because then one of his friends. Dr. Disrespect. We're getting deep, but
it sounds like a supervillain.
He was like a Twitch streamer, but then he got banned off Twitch, and no one like really knew why. But then allegedly came out he was like using a Twitch feature to sex minors. Allegedly, a former Twitch employee has said that or claimed that. And he's really good friends with this guy, Nick Merckx, and Nick's whole platform is like, you know, trans people and gay people. We need to protect our kids from like gay people and trans people. And it's like everyone was like clowning him. Like,
is he tweeting this?
He's tweeted it before and said it before.
Well, what? Okay.
And everyone's clocking him. It's like, well, now your best friend is allegedly talking to minors, so you should be protecting the kids from like people like your BFF.
Oh, and is he replying to it?
So yeah, well then, because one of the people who said that was Ava Chris Tyson. She works with MrBeast, and she's trans. and he's went like on a tirade against her, being like, well, you need to worry about being with like your kid, blah 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 blah. Like going
I hate when
after
people say that. That's so annoying.
Yeah, and was like trying to like be transphobic against her, and MrBeast even like replied in, and she's like, actually, like Ava will not go on like shoots and stuff because she's always like with her kid, like she puts her kid first, like before work. And I mean,
good for MrBeast.
And even like throughout Ava's like full like transition, has like MrBeast has been very supportive of her.
Has she transitioned publicly?
Yeah, and like pretty recently, I think. Within the past couple years, for sure.
Okay, so he's not transphobic. So
yes,
one point for MrBeast.
Yes, the Wells and.
But should we give people points for not being transphobic?
I think it's
or
not,
sticking up. For,
yes, I think that's at least like he went above it. I think it makes a difference for someone like MrBeast, who is literally the number one.
You're right.
And like it is the especially like the boys like him. I feel like he's a very boy audience.
Yeah, he's like the opposite of the Zach Justice. He's like. Yeah, you're right. You're so right. Especially when it is like a bro. Not that he's like a bro, but he's like straight. He's like straight.
He does give bro vibes.
Yeah,
for sure.
he's definitely like you're a straight guy for sure. That's why we like Ted too. I just like those people that go like a little bit above and beyond to be an ally
and stand up for.
Yeah, that's true. That's good. Okay, he gets like 10 points then for that.
Yeah,
and he has good chocolate, so maybe 20 points.
And he built those wells, I guess. So that a couple points for that.
That seems performative. No. He's fine. Okay, well, when is he coming on the show? I want MrBeast.
I feel like we're building back the bridge with the big last year, season 1.
Yeah,
we burnt the bridge, and now
we're
the
building
bridge,
it back.
Yes.
You can build bridges back. It's totally possible. Whenever it's like you burned a bridge, it's like, well, people rebuild. Like it's not that hard. Like people are so extra. Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, don't be transphobic.
Period. It really is not that hard.
It's really easy, actually. Like, actually so easy.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why are you in everyone else's business? Also, like, streaming is kind of like the gayest job ever, I think. Like, you're not like a manly man streaming. Like, it's like very vain. Yeah. It's like you're sitting there like entertaining, talking, like staring at like yourself, you know?
Yeah.
It's like so self-indulgent.
No, there's nothing. Well, I don't separate from the gay thing because I don't want to say there's nothing, but there's nothing like attractive about gaming. There's nothing where I'm like, oh, that's so hot. Like there's nothing, you know what I mean? Separate from our gay conversation about it, it's just like weird.
Another like streamer. Oh my God, I learned a lot about streamers this week, but not the cutesy. Like we love the cutesies, like the Pokies, the cutie Cinderellas, whatever.
Always that.
There's another one who broke up with his girlfriend of a couple years, I want to say, or maybe. I don't know, of a while. And his name is like Dante or something. And he's like, he had to break up with her because he needed to focus on League of Legends.
Oh my God.
And his girlfriend was like, no, like I was trying to like support him through it. Like I would, bring him food when he was streaming, blah, 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 blah. And she was like heartbroken over it. He issued like the statement was like yay long. It was like a freaking novel.
Was he getting canceled about it or what?
People were just kind of clowning on him. It was like, oh, you chose a video game over like your relationship. It's just so weird because he literally is like, I can't have a relationship and play League of Legends. It was like a lot.
Like in one hand, I like respect it because like don't string that girl along. That poor girl. Because I see it.
Well, they also just celebrated their anniversary too.
How long? How many years?
I forget how long it was. Let me see.
Because I just think of, is her name Ayla? Ayla and Kian.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Like, I just think of her just being like, he's just playing video games. Granted, it's his job. I get it. But like just playing video games all night and she's just like making dinner by herself and eating dinner by. And I'm like, I don't know.
They need to really bring it to what it really is. I mean, he's going to war. So you need to let your man go out to war for a couple of months and then he comes back. So maybe we need to have like some boot camp, like a place for them that they can go and fight, and win the war. And then they come back to their wives.
Maybe they think that's our new generation. They think they're really doing something playing with their games.
Yeah, the kick people are funny because, they're so not, all you see on Twitter is them making fake fights. Have you seen that? Like that's usually what they go viral for. They just make fake fights between themselves. Oh. Like actual fist fights, but you see that they're all filming and...
Oh, but they're like real people meeting up and faking their fist fights?
They're faking, yeah. Like
but they're meeting up in person. It's not just like on the game.
in person and fake everything.
The gaming world I hate. I think it's boring and I just like all of this makes me hate it more. I'm just like whatever. Pokemon's fine. Yeah, and cutesy, that's fine. Everyone else I'm like
gay and cutesy we love. But...
Gamers and like us, we're fine too if we game, but like we spend an hour doing it. If you're spending more than like 8 hours a day gaming, like you're a loser. I don't know.
You can say that. But...
I think it's fine, right? I don't know. Losers aren't a bad thing. I don't think. I don't mean it in a derogatory way.
You're loser. Like you lost your relationship. You lose things that are meaningful in life.
Well, he's probably young too. How old is he? Let's just hope he's not in his 30s. If he's in his 30s,
he's in his 20s. Okay, yeah, and they were together for over a year.
Like, look, I'm definitely on team girl here, but like, I kind of respect him being like, I don't have time for a relationship. I guess, like, you know, you're not wasting that person's time. Especially if she's like bringing him meals and really giving wifey energy for someone who doesn't even want to like.
Yeah, I mean, it's better late than never, I guess. You know
right.
what I mean?
Well, I mean, they could be married with kids. And
Yeah,
then he's
exactly.
like, you know,
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, a year is a long time, especially like she really believed that they were gonna go the distance, but at least she
Yeah.
found out, you know, now she can, you know, move on. Laura, shout out Laura. Good
Shout
luck
out
out
Laura.
there.
We're
Yeah.
on your side, but just know this is for the better. Like, definitely you will find someone more suited to you who's going to give you sandwiches, who's going to feed you. You know what I mean? I think that's where you need to get.
Yeah. God, gaming is a lot. I mean, also, see, like Jimmy and his boyfriend both stream. Like they're gamers. They stream.
We love them.
We love, yeah, they're
Gay
cutesies.
streamers we love.
Gays and girly streamers. But there's just like the ones that are just like toxic and too
Yeah.
intense. Like this. Like
Yeah.
you're just too much, too intense. Like,
Yeah, like
let's
chill.
lighten up a little.
Yeah,
you know?
you could probably have time for both. It's called time management.
Yes.
Like you're able to do everything, have a hobby and work and have a girlfriend. Yeah, they're just a little much for me. This is why I stick in the theater.
Also, if you compare it to real sports, I mean, because that's what it is, right? Now
esports.
it's a sport, right? But real sports, you know, they train, they play games, but they have families and kids and life and businesses. It's like there's something problematic about being able to game 24/7 when, you know, in a sport team you have a game,
Yeah.
you have a competition, you go back and forth, you train.
It's also like not healthy, I think, to like be on a screen that whole time, like just be in a video
Oh,
game.
for sure. I mean, you're
more
rotting
than-
your body and your brain.
Yeah.
Touch grass, as they say.
Touch grass. I like that saying. I wish I would come back. I feel like it's kind of a millennial thing to say.
It
now,
is. Now
right?
it's old. Yeah,
You
it
touch
used to be
grass.
in, but
And
now
when
it's
people
so
say that, I'm
old.
like, ooh, what an insult. Now it's like, oh, okay. God, I do feel old. Every time I like watch anything, what was I watching? I don't know. There was something, and I'm like, God, I really do feel old sometimes. Was it the Bikeriders movie?
Or maybe MILF Manor.
No, that wasn't it. I do love MILF Manor. The second season is maybe it was. I was like, man, I could be on the show maybe because I'm like literally their age if I was single, which I'm not. I have a ring. Tati Westbrook is not coming on the Just Trish podcast, I don't think. Did you see my live? Did I send
Yes,
you?
you sent it to me.
She was in live. Talk about being live 24/7. It's like I see Jeffree Star and ooh, isn't that interesting? Jeffree Star and Tati is my whole like live, and I went to Tati's, but then I was like, oh no, like you went to Jeffree and he has like a lot, and I'm like I went to Tati's and I saw she only had like 4. Not in a bad way. I think she was gearing up for her main.
I think
show.
she just started.
Yes,
yeah.
it does sound like she was doing a pre because I was staying in it until she's like, okay guys, I'm gonna switch cameras and I'm gonna come right back. I was like, first of all, how is that even possible? Switch cameras for a TikTok live?
I think, yeah, because people even will like
Oh.
multi-stream from like their computer to TikTok.
Yeah, it's on your PC, so
Yeah.
she sees on the screen the comments and everything.
Oh my god, high tech. She's her and her husband in there just selling hair straighteners or whatever they were doing. I was like, okay, that's kind of everything. But I genuinely like wanted her. I'm like, I kind of felt bad because then everyone's like, go on Just Trish, and she was just trying her hardest to ignore it. And just like every comment was that, and I felt bad because I wasn't really trying to troll her. Like, I actually wanted her to come on, and I was just like, girl, like you need to come on and talk about this, but I don't think she ever will. I wanted to DM her, but I was just like, let me not like
No, you
harass
should
this person.
DM her. It's worth the shot. It's very like Charli XCX and Lord like squash their beef on a song, and I feel like that could be the same like you
me
and
and
Tati.
Tati.
Yeah, like come on.
I don't know if we have that big of a beef lore.
No, it's literally like kind of
It's
just-
short-lived.
Yeah, and one-sided for the most part, but
Yeah. I also like don't know if that's gonna like boost up my, you know what I mean? Like Charli and Lord coming together, like that's kind of like boosting both of them. Me and Tati, I don't know.
I think so. I think
think-
it's like historic in a lot of ways.
I
like
think we're
you've
both
grown
kind
a
of-
lot, she's grown a lot. You know, I
yeah.
see it. I see the vision, and
I
it's,
feel like we're just both bottom of the barrel at the moment. I don't think we need.
No.
Maybe I'm more mid barrel, but I think
no.
we're okay.
What do you mean? You're telling both of you short. Like think about how historic like Dramageddon was. You know,
Definitely true. She definitely had the more clout than me for sure.
Yeah, and like just that's a big part of internet history.
But do we look sad now, just coming together? Like we're both kind of.
No, I think it's a sign of like it shows maturity, it shows growth. It shows like
Okay.
women putting aside their differences.
Okay.
It's feminism.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Get her on.
Like
I'm
what?
kind of like, okay. I see it.
You have to see the vision. Like, I think there's
Yeah.
something like very powerful about people putting the differences aside, a la Charli and Lord,
Right.
and unifying in their art, talking about their differences, and also paving a way for the future. I think that's
Okay, I
very
actually would love
powerful.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Tati. I apologize for my Tati dumb as hell video. I was on meth at the time, for real. You can see by the scabs on my legs. But look, I love you, and honestly, everything I say is just in jest. I think Tati, of all people, no, she was kind of having a breakdown. I think she's having a mental breakdown a little bit, and I kind of feel sad about it, and I
think
can
she was-
relate to it.
Yeah, she was probably, I mean, clearly going through a lot, but especially like, we found out afterwards, like the stuff with like her business partner, like being shady and stuff. So obviously there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes,
But do I extend an invitation then to James because it's like, okay, he was also a victim?
but James also has like pretty damning allegations of.
But so does Tati. She literally accused him of trying to seduce a straight man and like coerce him and stuff.
But that was like getting fed information and then being naive enough to like perpetuate it and believe it, which is something of
Dangerous
itself.
though,
It
saying
is.
that a gay man's trying to like trick straight men out there. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of dangerous.
But we have seen some cases where some things were true about James, like trying to go for
Yes.
straight men. So it gets a little morally murky for sure. But at least there was nothing about Tati, talking to underage children. So
True.
yeah,
Facts,
little
facts.
different.
Okay.
Well, except James Charles.
I mean, that's the tea though, because she was friends with a 16-year-old and thought it was completely normal.
It was the era of her thinking that she could be a
Now you're
mentor.
defending Tati
I'm not
everything.
defending, but I think there's a difference between James being like, I want to see your armpits, and allegedly sending like a butt photo to like a 17-year-old, and then Tati like wanting to collaborate with James Charles.
She's
No.
a business groomer.
I love it. Tati, come on the podcast. You're a business group.
I'm gonna maybe side, and I think I was being a Tati hater at the beginning, but now I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm like, I kind of decided with Moses because if we were this hard on Colleen, because Colleen was 30 with friends with Adam McIntyre at 15, was he 12 or 13, 14, 15, 14, and then Tati being 38 and being friends with a 16-year-old. Like, I mean, and inviting him to her house for dinner.
I think the power dynamic between Colleen and Adam is so different than a James, who's already like a celebrity. You know what I mean?
But he wasn't. He said it was before her as CoverGirl. She's like, I knew him when he had nothing, and then when he got CoverGirl, he started blowing up.
But he was already like an influencer when he got CoverGirl. That's how he got CoverGirl, because he was influenced.
But
Like, if
according
he
to
was
Tati, she had more influence than him. She goes, I helped him.
Yeah, I think he was like an up and comer, but he wasn't like a nobody. It's not like she plucked him off the street.
But neither
Like,
was Adam. Adam
Right,
was
but there
definitely
there was a
online at the time.
strong- There was a strong emotional current because she was like a motherly figure that he wanted and needed and didn't have. And
And she
even
said, she called him mom.
so
she,
there is something there that is just not.
I kind of have to agree with that. I don't know. Like, I think it's very similar to the Colleen thing where maybe they don't even know, right? Like, maybe they're not even seeing it, but there is like a power dynamic. They're older. They're a couple. They're taking James in as the mom, as helping him with his channel. Not to say whatever, but Adam also had a channel when he was friends with Colleen. Like, he talked about it in the little tiny chat that people knew him and stuff like that. Obviously
And
enough to
her-
give him the Twitter.
Her intentions was clearly business, like to use him for money and clout. Because
Which one? Colleen or?
Tati, because otherwise, if she really saw him as a child, as a son, she would stand by him, educate him, help him, and not bring him down. Like you don't do that to a kid.
Yeah, she
if
really
you
did.
really see him as a kid and not judge him for those actions as a
Yeah.
kid. So I just don't buy any of it. It's all for the money.
Yeah, I'm kind of actually. I might have to agree
Again,
with
she
that.
can
This
come
is-
and clear her case. You can come and change her mind.
I don't know. Yeah.
But all I'm saying is like it's very clear.
I think
it
I
was
have like
very,
a pretty strong stance where I tell everybody this. I'm like, even people who are friends with James, I'm like, if I have a pretty, like, I can't just be like lenient with some people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, but I've always felt this way. Even as like a teenager, I always thought like adults being friends, you know what I mean? With like a teen, even when I was a teenager, I was just like, it's just so weird. I don't know. I had someone literally email me the other day, and it was someone I knew when I was really, really young, and he was really, really old. And it was so weird, like put this like weird chokehold on me. It was literally yesterday. I think it's like 7 a.m, and I showed Moses, and I was just like, this is like such a weird feeling. Like it really just made me like, I don't know, kind of hyperventilate. It was someone like I was very, very young. He was much, much older, like in his 50s, and he literally emailed me after like again like 13 years. Nothing crazy. It's just like, is this still your email or something? And I was just like, I don't know. It made me feel some type of way and like so weird. And again, it brought me back to that. I don't know. It's just like such a weird thing. And I was actually of age when I knew him. I was just very young. I was like 20 or something. But I don't know. Maybe it's a trigger for me. I'm not really sure.
No, I get it. And it definitely is weird. I just don't think it's as... to me, I view it different, like James and Tati different than an Adam and Colleen, because even if Adam had a channel, like he was on the level of like a James Charles. Like James was just like already famous, really. Like Adam, I don't think like he just wasn't like a big influencer, you know, in comparison to James. It definitely is weird, and I definitely agree the whole dynamic was weird. Even like JoJo being friends with everyone older is weird.
I was gonna ask you that. So Colleen and JoJo's friendship's okay?
Not okay. I still think it's weird. Like I still think
Yeah.
Tati and James' friendship is weird, but I view JoJo and Colleen's relationship different than like a Colleen and Adam, because it was weird. Like she was like employing him in a weird way. Like he was just like fully fan. And whereas like obviously JoJo, yeah, she was a fan of the Colleen's too, but she at least still was like a name. Like she's still like at least famous on herself, so it kind of like dilutes a little bit. Same with like everyone being friends with Emma Chamberlain when she was 16. Like
Still, I was awful. I've always said that from day one.
No,
like David,
yeah,
like
exactly.
I just think like that's even weird. Too.
yeah, it's still weird. I just think it's I think it's a different dynamic than like a Colleen
I think
and
no
Adam,
matter
but-
what, the older people are looking to gain something from these younger people, like for sure. Like JoJo's fame, James Charles's fame, or what she saw was going to be his fame. Like I definitely think, which was evident when she threw him under the bus because of literally him not
I
promoting
think
her.
that
hair.
theme also just applies like to, especially back in the earlier days of YouTube, like
Yeah.
collabs in general. Anyone who was like new and getting views, like everyone else wanted to go like run to collab with them. You know what I mean? Like that's David's whole
Yes.
shtick. Like anyone who was like new and upcoming, like he would go and have them in the vlogs, and then they're in the thumbnail. Like the whole like collab era, it's like everyone, as soon as like someone was popping off, they would go and like collab with them. You
For
know what
sure.
I mean?
But they're not inviting their house to dinner and having them to their birthday party and doing their makeup for their wedding. You know what I mean? Like having these private conversations that weren't filmed. Like he was like hanging out at her house, calling her mom, like all, like coming to her dinners, flying around to her dinners and stuff like that. So I'm just like that. I think the one thing to collab with someone, it's like another thing to like befriend them and then again think they owe you something, which she clearly thought he owed her something.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you present yourself to him as his mom, be his mom. You know what I mean? But don't, she really disappointed him, I'm sure, and hurt him. When,
was just
when it turned out to be like that she's not there for
I just
him.
think the way she brought him down was really evil.
Yeah, it was definitely
That
bad.
was evil. That was bad because the way she like twisted things, whether or not Jeffrey and Shane were in her ear. I mean, you're a 38 woman. Like we talked about this on the thing too. Is like if someone's in my ear telling me to bring down, I don't know if I can't, whoever. It's just like I'm well enough to know, make my own decisions. You know, like even if I believe them, even if I thought they were true, you know, it's like you still don't bring down like one. Tana's like my friend, but it's like someone that you look at as like your son that you're taking care of. That you're like all this other kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, the whole thing definitely was weird. Like I'm not even
Yeah.
like excusing that at all. Because I mean, you said that before too when we're reacting on.
Yeah.
We're reacting to your reaction in 2020 and
Yeah.
everything you said. Like it was intense, but like you spoke facts. Like if
I was
you
angry. I
were
was
worried for someone, like why would you, instead of like
Yeah.
communicating with them that you think that their behavior is gonna.
That's what. Oh, see, now you're reminding me why I don't like Tati because she literally was like, I did it for his protection. I was trying to protect him. I was like, what? Like he literally was calling you, begging to talk to you, and you're ignoring him. Like, you know what? For your protection, I'm gonna make a video about what I think you're doing. I'm like,
That's
that was.
very Lady Miss Whistle down.
Lady, we're watching too much Bridgerton. We finished both season 1 and season 2 and season 3. And they're all
Like,
very
for your
good.
own protection, I'm going to smear your name.
Oh yeah, that is very Lady Whistle Down. Season 2, she did do that to Eloise, which I kind of got that because the queen thought she was, and the only reason she's gonna prove.
but there's other ways to do it.
No, Penelope, kind of an awful character in the first 2 seasons. Like she's kind
Yeah.
of awful, and I'm kind of like, why were they so quick to forgive her? I would not be, because like the whole point he didn't like, not to go into Bridgerton, but like in the season 1 he didn't like that
Which
didn't
is a
like
perfect segue.
to something that no one wants to deep. But I was like, you lied that much to someone, like that's pretty crazy. And then he's just like, it's okay. I'm just like,
Yeah. That's the only thing that doesn't make sense is how in this 3rd season, Penelope's character is like, I don't buy that change because that person is not this person
because
now.
like even Colin
Like,
told
her whole
Marina
life
was like,
is-
if you would have just told me you were pregnant and needed someone to marry you, like I would have done it, but you lied to me, so I can't forget that. So how are they just gonna forgive Penelope who lied about literally so much and talked crap about literally everybody? I'm like, that's because we only watched season 3 and I was like, oh god, season 3, they're amazing, they're the best couple ever. And then watching season 1, season 2, I'm like, damn, this girl was devious. Like
Yeah.
I don't know about it. Like I don't know. And then
I
she
don't
just
buy
kind
it.
of
Yeah.
and then she got everything she wanted and I was like, okay, everything's fine now.
She was the original snark, right?
She was. She was the real star credit. No, that's actually sad. And then the girl who played Marina Thompson in the 1st and 2nd season, it was actually really sad. She had like a mental breakdown after those. And she kind of came for Netflix and Shondaland. She's like, no one offered me any sort of help after. But she like checked herself into like a mental hospital like after those. Because she said she felt isolated, like her character. I was like, oh my God, kind of sad. I saw it on TikTok. But so sad. We wanted to watch Well, we can keep talking. Are we over this?
Oh,
Not Young Sheldon. We try to watch it. Turn it off. Fellow Travelers. Have you watched it?
no, the gay show. Jonathan Bailey
Everyone
and
told us to watch
Andrew
it.
Scott.
Oh, it's a gay? I don't know. I
think
mean, I
so.
love it, but what is it?
I believe it's gay. I believe.
Okay. What makes it gay?
I think they're
Gays love it.
lovers in it,
Who?
right? Am I
Who?
wrong? Is it what I'm thinking of?
Someone
Where
told
are
us
they
we should
traveling
watch
to?
Fellow
Like gay bars
Travelers.
and stuff? What?
Oh, Matt Bomer and Jonathan Bailey.
Yeah, you talked about him last time. That's not
Matt
that you
Bomer.
knew.
Yeah. No, I knew of it, but I never watched it before.
Everyone's like, you should watch Fellow Travelers. What's it on? Because I was like trying to find it, but I couldn't find it where it was on. Is it British?
It's on Paramount Plus.
We're going to watch it. I just know he has a Loewe collaboration that says drink your milk.
Yes, and everyone
And it's
has
based on
those
that.
freaking shirts. Oh,
Yeah.
is that what it's based on?
Yeah, it's
I didn't know.
I posted his little gif, and it's him like, I don't know what it, I haven't seen the show, but it's just him looking hot with glasses, and he's like just slurping milk. And
The way I thought that was like a photo shoot. I thought it was like promo for the shirt.
I think it's from the show.
Oh, wow, that's
But
everything.
I don't really get the reference, but I'm going to buy that shirt. It comes
Yeah,
out the
Ariana
29th.
Grande was just wearing it today.
She probably got it sent to her. I'm like, is it out yet? I want it so bad, Loewe. It goes to a good cause. What is it? Like the be yourself, even if
Love
you're gay.
that.
Yeah, it was like
Be yourself even if you're gay.
It's
Be yourself even if you're gay fund.
That's what it is.
They just help people be
It
themselves.
said Jonathan Bailey's like charity, and it's the make yourself love
Like,
yourself.
I don't feel like myself today. I call them.
It is something like that. Like be yourself if you're gay is one. It literally is the tagline because I saw it. I forgot what it's called, but it benefits that. And I think it has like a little milk stain on it, right? It has a little milk stain on the neckline. It's crazy how Loewe charges $400 for T-shirts that are just
Is that
T-shirts.
how much it is?
Yeah. Well, that's how much the Challengers one was, so I'm going to assume.
And it's literally just like a white T-shirt with text.
Literally
And
just
look,
block
we're
text.
giving you the same quality here.
I know. For 10%.
Oh, the Shameless Fund is what it supports.
Shameless.
Yes.
What's their tagline?
Let me see.
It is
Our
something.
prices are shameless.
No, shameless. Yeah, we love a shameless foundation.
Nothing says just be yourself and be gay, but I mean, I guess that's the vibe.
Yeah, that's the vibe. So people don't have to feel ashamed or something. It's that I swear. Not
Forging a world where every LGBTQIA plus person can live authentically, love freely, and thrive without the burdens of discrimination, oppression,
Yes.
and shame.
Shame is in there. I knew it was. I knew there was shame. What's the I?
LGBTQIA plus. Lesbian,
Intersex?
bi. Oh yes, intersex.
What's intersex?
Born with a combination of male and female biological
Wow.
traits.
Look at you knowing that. That was really impressive.
Wow. I had to do my research for the
That's-
bathrooms.
Do you think they see it in the ultrasound? Probably not, huh? Well, maybe.
And sometimes, unfortunately, the doctors tell the parents to choose,
Whoa.
and they make surgery to the baby to kind of push them towards one or the
No.
other, which is horrible. Just let them be.
Ooh.
Let them be as they are.
Yeah, that's why when people are saying like anything's like a choice or like it is crazy because like like that certain case like biologically you're changing someone from birth.
Yeah.
And so like they also don't. That's wild. Oh my god, that's so crazy. Oh, I like that they're in there though. The intersex.
Yeah, shout out the Shameless Fund.
I love it. We'll
We
buy
do need
all the
those shirts,
shirts.
yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I need to watch that show too. Fellow Travelers sound like hello travelers, so I always think it's like, God, I love John. Can he come on the podcast?
He's another one where I think
Too
he
famous
took
now.
off. Yeah, once you're
Damn.
in Jurassic World, I think you become another
well, he's not-
level.
It's not out yet, so
no,
maybe.
but he's like in pre-production.
Oh, pre-production?
Yeah, at some point, I believe that people that do press, we are in LA, they'll come here to do press.
I think he's pretty popular. I think he's up there with the Zac Efrons of the world
It just
now.
takes one to be put on the radar, if you will.
I want to be at the Loewe show. Did you see all those guys sitting front row at Loewe? It was like
Yeah.
the guy from White Lotus. I think the guy from Baby Reindeer was front row.
And the guy from Heartstopper, Kit Connor.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Who's Heartstopper?
It's a gay Netflix show. It's cute. It's like a
Ooh.
gay teen rom-com vibe.
Is it a
Yeah.
movie or TV show?
Jonathan Bailey is in the next season of
No.
Heartstopper. It all comes full
Oh,
circle.
it's like, wow, he's busy. How does he have time to do all this stuff?
I think he plays like a teacher in it or something.
Ooh,
Yeah.
love that. I know that's weird. That's the weirdness in me. A lot of people think it's normal for teachers to be friends with their students too, and this is what happens. Then you become
my
thinking
God.
like, oh yeah, it's so normal.
I don't. The show is very wholesome, so I don't think it's
Okay,
going
okay.
that direction. Not like a Pretty Little Liars.
I
vibe.
know. You never know though. God, he's in everything.
Yeah, he really is. He's booked right now.
I think he's my age too. I was like, this is crazy. It makes me feel like I'm really failing at life when all these people that are like my age just succeeding so big.
Oh, you're successful. I mean, you have your dance went viral. Like that's big. Like I
Damn
see
it,
articles.
dance.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know until Tana told me I wanted to do Cancelled, and she goes, "Oh, this dance," and I was like, "I don't know what that is." And then And then she didn't post her so later, so I was like, oh, I better go home and make a dance to this.
No, there's even like articles about it.
Who posted an article? Dexerto?
Yes.
Oh no, Dexerto's the only person that ever writes about me. They're not even like a real site, right? It's just like a blog or something.
I mean, they always come up on my Twitter. They're,
Yeah, no, they do
they're
too, because
pretty
you talk
big.
about them so
No,
much.
they did it before. I just
really?
didn't know it was what you're talking about because I never read it.
Dexerto. What did they say? What did they say about the viral dance?
They did the whole like deep dive explaining the lore, if you will.
I mean, there's not much of a deep dive to it. It's like it's from the Eminem music video 15 years
And then they
ago.
talked about how it went viral by this one TikTok, and then
Who made it viral? Because I think I tagged the original person, but I don't know.
I have it.
Or what did
here.
they say? What did Dexerto say?
Let's see. Okay, on June 12th, from the TikToker Chris Control shared a clip from
yeah.
the We Made You video
Oh.
of your dance, and it got 6.2 million views.
Wow.
And then a lot of people didn't know that it was you. A lot of people remember it. Like, it's kind of like the weird, like, nostalgia thing, because everyone just thought that was the real Jessica Simpson.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Really? That's so. But they think it was an Eminem video and Jessica Simpson was in the Eminem video?
Yeah, because all the comments were like, raise your hand if you just found out Trisha Paytas was the Jessica Simpson, or like that this wasn't the real Jessica Simpson.
That's so funny because he does say like Jessica Simpson in the chorus, so I guess like people. And if you're really young, like Gen Z was probably young when it came out, right?
So they
They're
probably
like,
just believed it.
Yeah.
I,
it's like,
I
oh,
thought she was the one
Simpson.
singing.
Yeah, he did. Like, I thought it was you.
Really?
Yeah, I think a lot of people did. No, people did. They asked me, I remember, and I was just like, that's so weird. Yeah.
It gets kind of come true, like when people in the comments say, I'm going to tell my kids this is the real Jessica Simpson. Then how they think that.
I remember that was the fat. I was the extra large. There's like a clip of behind the scenes of Joseph Kahn, the director, being like, we need the extra large Jessica Simpson.
That's
and I was
wild.
like, it's crazy because I was like 180. I was like, I'm 230 now. So that was like literally, what is that, 50 pounds lighter. I'm like, that's actually crazy.
That was also peak skinny culture, like sickly skinny culture.
They're like, here's the fatty to play Jessica Simpson. And I'm like,
Jessica
so.
Simpson was called fat, like
I know.
back in that era.
I just did a whole TikTok about that too. I was like, that's what I was saying about the Nicole Coughlin too, because I saw someone say that, like a reporter was like saying she was too fat or something. Like, this is like so crazy that that's like fat in this world. Like, that's so wild to me. But the Jessica Simpson dance was choreographed by me, just FYI. There was
Which
no
is
choreographer.
wild. Yeah, that is like some groundbreaking tea. It's always you just riffing that ends up being like historic. Like, I love you, Jesus. You just riffed,
Just
and that
riffed?
was iconic. Yeah.
No,
King
but
Tut.
King
Tut,
Tut, yeah.
yes.
Well, that was inspired by Steve Martin's dance. I had a little bit of his dance. So it was
Something
in
to
there.
work with,
Yeah,
but-
there was nothing to go off this. They didn't give me the song. They didn't give me anything. They're like, just dance. And I'm 20 years old. I'm not a professional dancer, obviously. And I was just like, what the hell am I supposed to do? So I love that it's going viral because like, it's literally me in my mirror dancing. And I was like, yeah, because I had no idea what to do. And they made me do it for like the full song, like 3 minutes. And they made me do it like 10 times. And I was like, this is really weird. And it opened up the music video. It's so crazy, actually. Like, that's like the only thing I've done in like 15 years. But I love that people still talk about it. It's nice.
The only thing you've done in 15 years.
Yes.
That's
Like
a crazy
mainstream.
statement.
Like, right? Like, there's nothing mainstream.
I mean, you did America's Got Talent.
That was
you were
all around
on
the same.
Ellen. You're on Tyra. What was the
That was
you were
like
on the World
2010.
Record show?
But those are all like the same time. I really
Big
think
Brother?
it's been 15. Well, Big Brother was the most recent. And that was 2017. That was like the last thing I did on TV.
Oh yeah, but I
That's
guess
crazy.
yeah.
I
Well,
want to be
you
on
know,
more. What?
you were canceled for a year, and then you came back, and then you were low key for a year. So really,
Yeah.
now is just the time.
Okay, I want to be on TV again. I want to be on it so bad. Why am I never on TV?
Soon it's coming. We're getting
People
ready.
keep saying that. They're like, ooh, she's about to be mainstream. But that's never happening. Ever.
Maybe just YouTube is becoming mainstream, and
That's
then you're
true.
mainstream. You know?
I think you're right. Be
I mean,
grateful
I think
for
they
what
have
you
the
have.
biggest amount of subscribers from all platforms.
Who?
Yeah.
YouTube, yeah.
Really?
More than like Netflix and everything. Yeah.
But also when
many?
you, I don't know how many, but
A
more
lot.
more than all other streaming.
Okay, you're right. Be grateful for where we're at.
You remember when you were talking about Kim Kardashian and age and all that? You sent me that TikTok about people talking about being 50, like their best time in life, like professionally and personally, started at 50.
Oh, who are those people? I did send that to you.
You
Who was
sent
that?
it to me.
Oh,
Some
was it Luke Wilson?
actors and talk show and
Oh, Coda too. She said her career kicked off after 50. Hoda or Coda?
Hoda?
Hoda, yeah. And she had her kids after 50. I was like, okay. And then Luke Wilson's like, I kind of want kids. And he's like over 50. And everyone's like, that's when your life begins. And I was like, all right, let's go. Well, I sent it to him because you'll be 50 soon. Like, not soon, but in a few years. When I'm 40, you'll be 50. Damn. You'll be old.
I don't think so.
That's
I
crazy.
think some people are just young forever.
I can't picture being 40. That's wild. Like, I'm 40 in 4 years. That's a Crazy.
That's gonna be so funny too because like in your Tati Dumb as Hell video, you were like, you're 40 saying the word Dramageddon, and I know that's gonna come this second.
For sure.
Yes, it's gonna come back around.
Oh my god, no, for sure. But you know what? And because she was 38 when she made that first video, I'm not quite 38 yet, but I was like, it is wild though to think about making like, am I still gonna make a drama video when I'm 38? Like, I don't think so. I feel like I've grown out of the stage of making like drama videos, like as far as like sit down and like, let me tell you this drama, especially with like an 18-year-old. Like that'd be crazy, but. You never know. You never
But also,
know. Never say
online,
never.
the minute you turn 30, people call you 40. Oh, this
True.
40-year-old man said this, and he was like
Yes.
32.
It is like annoying, but also like I did it, so it's like Kendall said to Kylie, you just gotta toughen up those skin because that's just what it is, and it'll always be that way. People are always gonna be like this old, and it's just what it is.
Well, that's the difference. There's
Yeah.
people that can laugh about it and move
Yeah.
on, and there's people that get stuck. You know,
That's
they're
very true. Like I totally fully expect people to call me that. I've been lucky so far. I mean, some people call me, old as like an insult, but in general, I think Gen Z thinks I'm pretty cool. So. I think Gen Alpha would too, because we have a Gen Alpha daughter, so I think they'll think I'm cool. They're like, wow, your mom is so cool. Hopefully. Speaking of influencers called me old. We don't have any beef anymore. I like her. Brianna. Did you watch Bikeriders this weekend?
No,
I swear I thought it was Brianna Chicken Fry. Wait, you didn't go see it? You go see every movie.
I did not see Bikeriders
With Austin Butler and Mike
No.
Feist?
I knew that would be your type of movie, but it didn't seem like
It was awful. But
She
I'm scared to
thought-
say that because it's
It
like
wasn't. It wasn't awful.
It was
but
awful.
it depends. What.
I don't want any biker gangs to come like
No.
get me. I'm scared of it, actually. Maybe I shouldn't say it. I didn't know it was a real movie. I had a lot more respect, I guess, when it was about a real, not respect, but just in general, I didn't want people to come get me. But I thought you were going to go watch it. I was so excited.
Why would you think I would go see Bikeriders?
'Cause-
I went to go see Inside Out too, but I didn't go out to see Bikeriders.
Well, because
Is
it
that
is. It is in
awful?
a way like Brokeback Mountain on bikes.
They're gay?
No, it's definitely
Yeah.
not. No, it's not.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Twitter was
Yeah.
saying, but they're not in the
I
movie,
said that the
obviously.
minute that we come out of the
Okay,
movie.
but it's not. No, I thought I was gonna really like it because I love Mike Feist, and he was not hardly in it. He was in it for like, he's like a reporter. I love Austin Butler. Wasn't giving, and it made me so sad. Mike Shannon, who was from like Shape of Water, love him. Not giving. I really don't like the main guy. Do you know Tom Hardy? I didn't know who he was.
Oh, yeah, I know Tom.
He's from Peaky Blinders or something. I have no idea. I
Yeah.
never saw him in anything. Awful. But honestly, I don't even say the actors. I just think it was just like boring. And it was really violent. And I'm just
Oh.
like, yeah. I don't know. It's Hot Guys. I just thought you would go watch because it's Hot Guys. That's why I went.
No, it takes more to get my dollars or
Oh,
my
really?
AMC A-list
But you
membership
have free
usage.
movies.
Well, mine are all used up right. I have like 3 pending movies.
Oh, I thought you could do unlimited.
You get 3 reservations at a time, and all mine are booked up right now.
For what? You got Inside Out too.
I did see that. I saw Inside Out.
Was it
that
good?
One was, it was cute. It's a cute movie.
Oh, I don't
yeah.
really.
I don't know if it'd be your tea, but it's
No.
about like anxiety and stuff.
Oh,
so.
definitely not my
So
movie.
is
Why would I
that
want to watch that
animation
movie?
or?
It's Pixar. Yeah, Disney Pixar.
I think you've probably seen it. They're like little flames. They look like little flames.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
emotions. But I have to see Maxine, which I feel like that it's violent, but it's like it's like very for the girls and the gays, so maybe you'll like it.
Okay, I don't like violent anything anymore. Even Quentin Tarantino movies, I can't. Do
Yeah,
violent.
I get it. It's like hard for me too because I don't like love the violent gory stuff, but it's so like unty with a C.
Okay.
So it's like I have
Okay.
to
Yeah.
see it. Despicable Me. I have to see.
Oh, you love the cartoons, huh?
I don't love them. I love the vibes in there. Like it's so unserious and like the everyone dresses up. Like all the boys dress up as like in suits to see Despicable Me, which I think is like unserious.
Why?
It was a whole like trend. It was like the
Oh.
gentle minion trend. It was like you dress up in a suit to go see Despicable Me and like the Minions.
Oh, this is where I'm too old. I don't get it.
It's like very unserious. And
Okay,
then
are you gonna do it?
No, I don't
I
dress
like
up.
it.
I'm just going to like be a part of the ambiance. I
Okay,
guess.
okay.
Yeah.
You love to be in the vibe
Yeah.
of it all.
Yes. Quiet Place 2 comes out, or
Oh my God, that sounds
prequel
horrible.
comes out.
Doesn't that
and
sound
then
horrible?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
What is it?
You have to be
You haven't
quiet.
seen the first Quiet Place? It's like it was your friend Emily Blunt and John Krasinski.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Tapping out. Yeah.
It's like aliens kind of. If you make noise, they eat you. So you have to be quiet.
What if someone farted really loud?
I
that
know
movie?
people say that all the time, and that's tea. And in the first one, they had a baby. So like, how are you having sex and then giving birth?
Oh, they're having sex quietly. I think if you have to be quiet to avoid aliens, I would not be thinking about having sex. Like, let me have some
Yeah,
sex
like,
right
and like,
now.
why would you be like, oh, like the world is ending? Like,
Let's
tea,
have a
let me have a
baby.
baby, huh?
Irresponsible.
Yeah, that was you clocked their tea.
Yeah.
But there's a prequel coming out.
Oh.
So
Okay.
yeah, I will see pretty much anything, but Bikeriders as a movie no one saw except for you, I guess.
It was actually bad. It was actually bad. There was no story, and I'm not even a hater because like I was so excited. Like literally, you guys know we just had a baby a month ago, so like I was like leaving my baby like with my mom for even like a couple hours. It's just like I don't know, and we planned around nap time. We like literally went. The movie was already started. It was like 12:30. It started at noon. I'm like, let's go 12:30. So we're only gone for an hour and a half because it's a short movie. So it was like, but I was like, I need to see this movie. Like I really need to see it, especially because I thought we were gonna have a hot to ask.
I love that you thought it was a hot topic. It was a movie that was on no one's radar. Like at least I go see like the blockbusters. Like I at least go see what's gonna be number one at the box office.
I've seen him promoting it everywhere, like on his motorcycle.
It's
and
because
stuff.
your algorithm is Mike Vice and Austin Butler, so obviously you're gonna see it.
Oh man, I was dying. They're both in it, but they really were in like one scene together, and they didn't even interact. I was like, this is bull. And Austin Butler didn't do anything in it. I wonder how much money they paid him because honestly, he literally just had like, he just hung around. He hung around, then he left town. That's it. And I was like, well, damn, that's an easy movie. And I'm sure they paid him like $20 million to be in it.
It was supposed to come out a while ago. It was one that got shelved. So it was like, it was supposed to come out like a year or even longer ago. And then it was supposed to come out from like Disney was going to release it, Disney Fox, because it was like a Fox thing.
Disney.
But then they dropped it and then they had to like shop it around to see who would distribute it. So then it went to Universal for Focus Features, which is like
so they knew.
Independent.
They knew.
Disney was like, yeah, this isn't gonna,
I mean, how Disney has that movie is crazy because it was actually like so violent, like made me sick.
Well, there's like the Fox division that's like, yeah, it's like a whole technical
I love
thing,
that you know all of this about a movie you didn't even want to go see. You're like, no one's talking about it, but I know every fact about this movie.
Well, that's how
you know
he
I'm gonna see
decides.
it.
Yeah, that's how he decides if to go.
Did anyone watch it?
It came number 3, I think, in
So
the box
some people
office.
saw it.
I mean, it was like
We were one of
Inside
the
Out.
three.
Yeah, it was like Inside Out, 100 million second weekend blockbuster, like breaking records, and then something else. Then Will Smith's Bad Boys, and then it was
it was
Bike
behind
Riders.
Bad Boys. There was a couple literally next to us that walked out in 30 minutes, and I had never seen it. I literally told them I was like, they're walking out. Like, it was crazy. I've never seen, no one was in the theater, that's true. We did go out at like noon, so maybe that's why, but.
I don't think that was why, but yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I really thought it would have been big, because it had a lot of big stars in it, but. The girl, I literally swear, hand to God, that it was Brianna Chicken Fry for so long.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she had the accent like her. Like, you know how Brianna does that? Like, yo, we're from Boston. What do you do? Like, how that girl talked the whole time. And I was like, wait, like that literally, and I could not tell the difference. I was like, damn, because, people look different in movies and.
What is her?
She's like British. I looked her up. She's like a British somebody.
Is it Jodie Comer?
Yeah.
Oh,
do you know what she's from?
I think, is she from Killing Eve, or did I make that up?
I have no idea. I never saw her ever. Never knew who she was. Her accent was so distracting. I was like, this is so weird. This reminds me of like.
Killing Eve, yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
The way that she was talking was distracting.
That was, and she talked the whole movie because she was like the narrator, and I was like, "Is this Brianna Chicken Fries?" Like, and I wasn't, not in a bad way. I mean, that girl's a good actress, like whatever, it was good, but it literally sounded like a fake accent from like the Unplanned Brie. What is it? Planned Brie. I'm planning something. I like Brianna Chicken Fry. I like her. Don't I really do. But like I really thought it was her, and I was like, good for her. Like, damn, she's in this movie with Austin Butler. Like, that's pretty everything. God, I could have played that part easily. That's all I was thinking. I was like, this could easily be me. It wasn't. There was nothing needed really. I could have just been there. How do I not get in those movies? I don't understand.
I could have played the gang leader.
Yeah, you could have actually. You look like him. You could have been in it. You would have been good. Ugh, it was just weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm not into biker movies. The only one I liked was the one with Tim Allen. It was like Tim Allen and Ray Liotta. Do you remember
Well, that's
that
a very
one?
different type of bike movie.
But it was still kind of violent. You don't remember? It was Tim
was a
Allen,
comedy.
John Travolta, William H. Macy, and Ray Liotta. I think were in it. They were so. I think Martin Lawrence was in it too. Actually, now that
Yeah,
they were like a biker gang. They were so good. I love that movie. I don't know what it's called, but
I love that movie. I don't know what it's
I
called.
know. Why can't I think of it? Oh man, it was so good though. But yeah, I think in general I don't get the biker culture. Don't come for me though. I mean, Mike Feist in it was so random. I mean,
Was
he literally
a biker in it?
No, he was like a
No.
report. Yeah, he was a photographer. It was a real life photographer. I did a deep dive. A real life photographer named Danny Lyon who did a book about bikers, and he wanted to play him because he said Zendaya got him into photography on the Challenger, so he wanted to play a photographer.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
I guess.
Well, Zendaya always like runs around, like she shoots like
Oh.
her own like BTS, and she has like a camcorder, and she like takes photos and videos herself.
Really?
So that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
I want to be in a movie with her too.
Yeah.
I love her.
I would love that.
I wanted to watch Dune because I wanted to see if Austin Butler talks like because he talked like Elvis in this movie. So I was like, I wonder if he just has this low voice now forever. He's very.
He does have kind of that
in Dune too.
Yes, yeah.
It's so weird how it changed. Do you think it really just like he just learned Elvis so much like he can't unlearn it?
It kind of gives me I feel like there's gonna be a secret video of him having his normal voice, but I feel like now when he presents like on a red carpet or something, that's his like thing. Kind of like you see the stuff with like Ariana, where people were like coming for her for like her voice going like deeper and high. I feel like this Austin Butler is like that too, but like he just hasn't been caught with his normal voice.
That could be. I think in Ariana's defense, I think Ariana said that she speaks up there to save her voice.
Yeah, I didn't understand why people were like trying to
Catch
like
her.
come for her. Yeah, I was like, oh, she slipped like that. I feel like she's always gone from like low to high, and I feel like people in general have different voices. Like I feel like here, my voice is gayer, and then like when I'm at the gym or something, I use my like straight like guy voice, and then like you know, I feel like that's normal. Like it just changes.
Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely don't talk like this either, and I feel like when I meet people and I'm like not talking 5,000 miles an hour, they're like, "Are you okay? Is something wrong with you?" You know what I mean? So I agree. I think it's like weird when people are like, okay, they're two different voices, but it was kind of funny. It's just funny to see because she was kind of like low, and then she was, but anyways, and then I do this, and I was like, it's kind of it's funny, I guess.
Cute.
But
yeah. That's why I'm like, it's like funny and like cute. Like I think it's cute that like she went to like Glinda. You know?
Like,
I think that's fun.
But I feel like Austin Butler, like his voice just seems like that's his voice. Like I think because he went from like not Elvis to like Elvis, and then now it's just Elvis forever. Yeah, which I love, I appreciate, but people's voices change. Like people do change their voices depending on who they're around and stuff like that. So I guess.
I wonder if we like met with a dialect coach and like practice. Like who do we want to sound like? I don't even know what I want to sound like.
I want to sound like Bridgerton. I love the British accent. I know I didn't like British people before. This is what I'm saying. I didn't like British people 4 months ago, but now I love British people.
That's just
I
love
Just Trish. The way they just Trish. I love the way they talk. I love Irish accents. I love Nicola's Irish because Nicola has an Irish accent when she's like in the second season, and I'm like, oh, I kind of like that too. So I don't know.
You've been redeemed, all the English people.
Yeah, you guys are back in my good graces. I was like, ooh.
Australia is still dicey.
I don't like Australia. Is that Harry Jowsey's from Australia? Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah.
They need to make a show.
They need to have a comeback.
From Australia, some kind of a show that will make up for it.
That you will get into. Like
Oh, nothing. Yeah, even that Sydney Sweeney movie couldn't do it for me. Nothing appeals to me about Australia. Nothing. I don't want to go there.
Troye Sivan, is he Australian? Or New Zealand? I always get it mixed
never
up.
call an Aussie a Kiwi.
Troye Sivan, where's he from? Australia? Question mark?
I didn't even know he had an accent.
You didn't know Troye Sivan had an accent?
In The Idol, he talks American.
Oh, he is Australian.
No. Okay.
Does that make you understand?
No, I'm over him too because I feel like I've been pleading for him and
He's giving you nothing?
No repost even. Sabrina repost everyone. Troy never, like I said, I haven't done. I did a Troy song. Nothing. I get nothing.
Sabrina didn't give you anything?
No,
either?
she reposts everybody. I think even when I was on Cancel, Brooke's like, yeah, Sabrina reposted me. I was like, wow. Yeah, I was like, Sabrina has never reposted me, and I've gone.
Sabrina's not a
You know, yeah. Like, and again, this is what I'm saying. You kind of just come to terms with it. It's kind of like Wendy Williams said. She can never be friends with like celebrities because no one likes her or whatever. And I get it. You know, I'm kind of right there, whatever. But I feel like, yeah, Sabrina probably like secretly is like just so annoyed. Like, you know when you hate someone and they like just like love you? Like, and you're just kind of like, no, like, I don't like you. Like, don't like my music. You know what I mean?
I feel like maybe she's just afraid to. I feel like because she is such a sarcastic, like, she's a pretty, like, smart ass, you know what I mean? Which is so the brand. But I feel like people are afraid. They're like, oh, I don't know if I should. Like, people don't know the narrative. And Sabrina's not a very, like, online girl in general. Like, she's online for work stuff, but not for, like, you know.
Yeah, she might not even reposting. I kind of think that too. Because, the people who run social, I mean, so many people who run people's social media. And I was like, oh, not even okay. So maybe that's it.
Yeah,
we'll
that's the team. Mm-hmm.
We'll go with that.
I think that's very common, honestly. I was surprised even Olivia Rodrigo recognized you that one time.
When? She did?
Yeah, it was like, my name is Trisha. She commented on one of those, a TikTok
What'd she say?
I think she just commented, OMG, ha 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 ha.
Let's get her on.
Easy.
We just talked about Olivia Rodrigo. Why did you bring her up the other day? You just brought her up to me.
We were talking about, we're appreciating, I want to say it's right.
Chapel
Roan.
You call her Chappelle Roan.
I did at first too.
Yeah.
The first time I mentioned her on this podcast, just because I guess Dave Chappelle. I guess I'm like, oh, it must be Chappelle.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Chapel.
So yeah, she was like, I watched the whole thing about where she started and how she became who she was. She was like, they call it like a 10-year overnight success.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a good story about never give up.
But where was the Olivia Rodrigo mention?
Wasn't she opening for her?
Yeah.
But didn't you say she? What you had a connection though? Yes, they're opening.
Yeah.
But
So her producer, she got signed for a label. She had a producer, put out an album. The label dropped her. that producer, the next album was the first of Olivia Rodrigo,
Yeah.
which was the biggest album ever. So she just watched, the same producer produced the biggest album right after her. Then he found out that she got dropped, and then he got in touch with her. Well, they got reconnected somehow, and he believed in her, and he brought her to open for Olivia Rodrigo. And that's kind of how she came back on the scene.
Okay. There was
And then he opened
Sorry,
he
I
opened
didn't
a little small label just to sign her up because he wanted to bring her back. And
Love
yeah,
that.
Shout out Dan.
yeah.
Is that his name? You know him? Oh, you
Dan
knew the story?
Nigro.
Oh.
I didn't know the story. I just know his name. I don't know the whole story.
Shout out Dan. I heard she has like Sabrina Carpenter featuring on her album.
There's
You
been a
don't
whole
think it's
bunch
real?
of, I don't know yet, because people are saying like, oh, Katy Perry's album has Lana Del Rey and Sabrina Carpenter, and Sabrina Carpenter's
that's what I
album
saw.
has Taylor Swift and all these people. And then I don't know, it's all over the place. But yeah, I mean, even if Chapo doesn't come on, at least has recognized
her.
you. We love her.
Yeah.
It was a possibility.
I love if it's like Ice Spice Forever, just giving me a little inkling of hope that she's like,
Yeah.
here's my manager's number. I
And
love
it's
it.
totally understandable too, just because they both like just blew up like
Yeah.
exponentially, like beyond like
No,
comprehension.
totally.
Like Chapo's on the freaking Tonight Show, so it's
Yeah,
like we get
I was
it.
like, it's done.
We get
It's a
it.
done deal.
When I reply, I'd be like, listen, I know things have changed, but in case she's still interested,
Yeah. Did you say that?
I mean, that's gonna be my response. To
Okay.
that.
I like that.
I think
we
even
love-
she also, obviously we talked about it, like how she grew too fast, too big. But I feel like for her, it's a good thing to come back, like to do the things.
Still for the people.
To do the things that will make her feel like life hasn't changed that much. She can still come here.
Moses. Still a good thing for her to come on here, though.
Yeah, it's like when when Miley Cyrus in the Hannah Montana movie went back to like her roots, the
Right.
country show.
Yeah.
It's very comeback.
But then her parents got divorced and he married someone half his age and now they're getting divorced again. So
It won't happen here, we promise you.
Safe space.
the Cyrus family is drama. They should have a reality show.
They honestly
Yeah.
should. I'm surprised. I guess maybe Miley doesn't want anything to do with it, but
I don't blame her. Poor
Yeah.
thing. I feel bad. It's like it's like the Addison Rae too. It's like you're the star and then your family around you is just being a mess. And it's
Uh-huh.
like, can you guys just let
Get it
me?
together.
Yeah, like I am a Grammy Award winner. Like this is embarrassing. It is embarrassing.
Addison Rae's making a comeback soon too, right? Isn't she making new music?
Really?
I thought she's
I love that.
teased it. I saw a video of her teasing music where she was walking on the bottom of her pool in heels. Did you see that?
She's how was she staying down? Was
That's
she had
what I
like
was
weights on
wondering
it?
too.
That's
Just
wild.
like we did in
Yeah, we had to
Shape
like
Water
we were holding weights.
To hold like sandbags to keep herself down.
Yeah, she tweeted on June 16th. It was like it had some music to it. Here, I'll show you the little video.
I
But,
love
like,
Addison Rae.
Look, she's like walking.
Wow.
But she-
Okay.
I guess she's pushing herself down. I don't know.
That is so odd. Maybe the shoes have weights in them.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Because we had to do that for ours. I don't know. I mean,
It's fierce, but
wow.
So when you're ready, Addison, to promote the new project.
Please, I want Addison above anyone else. Zendaya, Britney, Mike Feist, don't care. I want Addison
Addison
Rae.
Rae.
I do. I love her. I think she's so fun. I think she's so camp. I love that she keeps going. And she's the icon. She's the queen of our generation. She is going to save pop music and movies and television and all of it.
And she's playing like it low key right now, right? Like I don't really see much from her right now.
She's waiting for the big comeback. That's what I want to do. When I have a big comeback, I want to like get all quiet and then all of a sudden be like, oh, there's Trish. You know what I mean? Like,
usually when it's quiet, it means she's working on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like suddenly there'll come a new album or movie.
I like it. James Charles' new song? No. I thought it was fake. Like I thought everything about that was fake. And
I
then
showed it to her.
Yeah.
She thought it wasn't real. I was like, I think
Jimmy
it's real.
sent it to me. I'm like, how did I not see this?
I hadn't seen that. Well, I didn't even see that in the text that day when Tana was here, and then he showed me, and I was just like, that's not real. And then I was like, and then everything about it was real. The song, the water, like everything.
I was confused because I saw
Why
a
do you
video
do
of
that?
Harry Daniels running up to James Charles saying something about like giving him water or something. And I was like, what reference is this? And then Jimmy sent me a tweet that was like James announcing his like music. And I was like, and it was, he sent it to me and the James posted this tweet like a week before. And I was like, how did I miss this? Like, I am always like pretty online and I didn't see James.
I didn't see it either.
announcing
I
his
hadn't seen
song.
it.
It was so weird.
I think I have it blocked everywhere, James
Maybe.
Charles, so I don't see it. Because I was like, that is very odd and very specific. I did not know. I had it as my hot topic, but I think it was only because it was my first hot topic. You know when you like, oh, I got to think hot topics for
Yeah,
next week, and
it's like
I was like the
bottom of the
first,
barrel,
yeah,
yeah.
so I didn't. I was like, I don't know.
Sabrina Carpenter got not canceled, but like some drama, I guess, because of her cosplaying as a barista. Which I was like,
yeah, this happens a lot. We see
yeah.
Rich D'Amelios. Yeah.
I kind of I don't know. Obviously, like I have a soft spot for Sabrina, but to me, it wasn't her like cosplaying. To me, it was her doing a meet and greet to promote her espresso that she had at that coffee
it makes
place,
more
right?
sense because she has the song espresso. So it's a cute. It's like a little cute thing.
Yeah.
Why are people upset?
They're like, it's like the same like with the Charli D'Amelio, like cosplaying as like a minimum wage employee. But I don't think she was. Like, I think she was collaborating with that coffee shop, and the coffee shop was excited to have her, and she like was doing a meet and greet promoting it. I don't think she was sitting there trying to like, make the drinks or take money or something, right?
It is funny that people get mad at that because it's not like.
Is the coffee shop like a Starbucks or a small business?
It's a smaller coffee shop.
So then if she supports small business, then it's a different story. It's not like she's doing a Starbucks commercial.
It's called Blank Street in London. Blank Street Coffee Shop.
Do people get mad because it's like appropriation? Like you're...
I think it's people get mad. It's like, oh, like you're a rich person, like pretending that you need to like work this job or whatever. But I don't think that's... Obviously, that wasn't the intent. Even with Charli's, I thought it was a little like blown out of proportion. Like I get why people are upset, but... Like at the end of the day, it's like, Walmart wanted her there promoting those snacks that are at the Walmart store. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, because it's authentic to Sabrina because she's doing espresso, right? Maybe it's not authentic to the D'Amelios because they never talked about like loving Walmart before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I love Domino's and I would give anything to actually deliver pizzas to people's houses. Like that would be so iconic. And I love Domino's. I've always loved Domino's, so that like makes sense. And for Sabrina, I think it makes sense because, like you said, it's espresso. So, like, she's at a coffee shop.
And it's like she has her own Sabrina drink at this coffee shop.
Yeah. So, yeah, that I don't see an issue. I think the D'Amelios, too, were being, like, a little, like, I don't know.
It was a little over the top for sure. Especially Walmart. I feel like, obviously, the working conditions in the Walmart are very different. Like, it's just harder there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So... And also, I'll never forget the bob hair flick from Charli when she was bagging the groceries. I think she just went overboard. Like, at least Sabrina was just there. She was meeting the fans. She was handing them the drink. But she wasn't, like, trying to pretend to make it or, like, counting change. It was, like... She was just there to be cute and, like, say hi.
Yeah, and I think... But, like you said, even with Walmart, I think they're probably, like, happy the D'Amelios are there because it's, like, getting attention to their brand there. So, I get it. Kind of. Look at this one. I don't know. I think it's like there's maybe like nothing wrong.
People really like to get upset at pop stars these days, which is like why.
It's that build up to bring them down, right? Isn't that everything?
Yeah.
It's like when you get so famous, it will get.
It's very the Taylor Swift effect. Every time I mention Taylor on the podcast, I get scared. I'm like, the Swiftie phobia is like crazy. I'm like, can't wear my Eras merch ever. And
really? They get mad?
I think I'm just scared in general because everyone's just like, especially like this past week or two, because like. Charli XCX's fans were like very upset at like Taylor Swift. It was like a whole debacle. Because Taylor, in the UK when Charli dropped Brat, the album, she was like kind of close-ish to being number one, and then Taylor dropped like new random ass like deluxe versions of the album with like voice memos or something. And everyone's like, oh, she's trying to block Charli from being number one of the charts. But then people ran with that, but Taylor would have been number one just regardless, just because she's in the UK right now performing. So like she had an increase in sales. Like her making these random deluxe albums didn't make a difference. But Charli XCX had to release a statement yesterday, actually, because people would go to like her DJ sets and they were chanting like "Death to Taylor Swift, death to Taylor Swift."
Jesus.
And she said, if anyone is tweeting this or saying this at my show, it's like, please stop. Like this is not.
People
so
are
intense.
so over. Is this Twitter people?
I think it's just the stands, and then the stands get in real life places, and then like are bringing that stand energy. Like it's just too much. Like in the real world, like stand culture isn't. Like, it's just too much. Too much.
It's too much, and everyone's a Swiftie these days, including Tana. She's a Swiftie. She had me listen to this.
That's wild.
Wasn't that crazy? She's like, listen to this song on the way over. I was like, okay, listen. I actually kind of loved it. What was it? I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
Yeah, that is
kind of a slide.
Yeah.
I like Taylor. I really liked her boyfriend on stage last night. I would love to just be. The only reason I really want to lose weight is so Moses can carry me. Like when he carried her, it's like one day I just love to be carried by my boyfriend, or my husband, not my boyfriend. I would love to just be carried effortlessly like that. That's like my dream. Have you ever been carried by a boyfriend?
Not a boyfriend.
Oh, who carried you? Just a random?
I had hooked up with someone once who was just large. Like he was just a big guy.
And he picked you up?
When I was skinny. Now I'm remembering.
Like that? Like the...
It did. You know what? Now you unlock the memory. I'm like, wow, I did feel teeny tiny. Because it happened a few times actually. Yeah.
What? I'm so jealous.
When I hooked up with a personal trainer, not mine, but he worked at the same gym. And he also was like, especially because I was like kind of still body dysmorphic and I was being thrown around. I was like, wow. I'm teeny
during
tiny.
sex.
Yeah, like hooking up.
They didn't carry you like over
Not
a threshold.
romantically, no. Not like the Taylor.
Wait,
like,
but did they pick you up like this? Because one time I've been picked up during that, but I mean,
But I
that wasn't
carried
like
you
this.
in our music video.
It was tough though, and I
Yeah,
felt bad.
but actually, it wasn't because I carried you. We would, we would test it out before here at home, and it was easy. But in the music video, I wore a coat, like a really heavy coat, and you had a dress that was really slippery.
so that adds-
but it
Suddenly,
wasn't
it was just
effortless.
hard to. No, it was hard to grab on, not to carry you. That part was easy.
I just want to be
And
so
then
light.
we filmed shot after shot after shot. It was, but we would be here in the gym, and I was just like swoop you up, carry you.
Okay, but I want you to carry me up the stairs, like when you carry Malibu up when she's sleeping in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to that, like me next. You know what I mean? Just carry me up those stairs because that's. I just need to be. I don't know. What do you think? 150 pounds? You could do that?
No, you just no.
You
More
can't
than
do it
that.
now. Don't say you can do that.
No,
I can do it now.
no, but I'm saying like I can do it. It doesn't have to be that crazy. That's
Okay, I just want to be skinny enough so I can be lifted, just like carried in the house or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what like especially because Taylor's like a tall girl, so seeing like someone
Yeah.
humongous just like scooping her up like nothing, I was like, damn.
And did he like shake her? Is that part of the show? He's
Yeah,
like shaking her.
it's for that song that I can do with the broken heart. It's like the song before she like has a broken heart, and then she's like whatever.
Did
He
she
has to
die?
like bring her back to life, basically.
Oh, she's dead when he picks her up.
Yeah, so he
Oh.
like makes her come back to life to perform for everyone, whatever. It's like very theatrical. Her vibe is very theater kid. It's like
Which is so weird because she's not a theater kid, right?
I think
She do musical theater growing
a
up.
very you coded where like back in the day, like she
Oh.
would never like the starring role really, but like she was
Really?
in the
How is she not a starring role? She has like a good voice.
I've been back. It's taken a while for her to get good at singing, I
Oh.
think. But anyway,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Tea.
People are gonna be so. It's always so. Anytime you mention Taylor, it's like I'm
I get
so
it.
sick of Taylor. I'm like, but I get it. But the Swiftie phobia is wild.
She's in the news because she was at London. Everyone was Hugh Grant.
Everett, Prince William, everyone's
Fighters,
freaking there. You guys,
yeah.
like, what am I supposed to do? With,
Yeah,
you know?
gotta talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
But going back to like the Charli like Stan War thing, to be honest, I feel like I also love Charli. I loved her for a long time since like her first EP. Growing up, like becoming an adult, the best thing about it is like now I just like listen to like what I want and I don't think too much about it. Like I'm
Yeah.
not streaming one artist and be like, oh, like this, she's gonna top the charts. Like she's gonna show. I'm streaming Taylor. Like she's gonna show Charli. Like she's gonna be number one. Like I don't think about that stuff because
it's
it just
like
doesn't
kids.
matter.
Yeah.
It's not even kids. It's like adults.
Really?
Like,
You
it's like
think?
in their
No.
20s. Yes. Because
Okay. Well, 20s is kids to me. I
yeah,
think.
you T.
they,
It's
You
like
know-
they treat it like sports team. Like they think our team needs to win. We need to be number one. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I never understood sports either. That's really weird. Those are like actual grown men being like so
That's
pissed
even
about
worse,
a game.
yeah.
This is like cute stands, whatever.
yeah, it's just like it's never that serious. Like I love
Mm.
listening to like Charli and then Taylor and then Olivia and then Sabrina and then like Chloe and Halle and then or Normani. It's
Who's
like
Chloe and Allie.
you know Chloe Halle Bailey.
Oh, Chloe and Halle.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I didn't know they were a duo, but okay,
Yeah.
I love that.
It's like I love just listening to whatever and not thinking too much. Like it's just not that serious.
I don't think I know. I don't think I've ever heard a Charli song.
You were just in the music video for "Girls So Confusing."
Oh my God. You sent me that. I was like, I don't know what this means.
I know. I was like,
But,
you just have
okay.
to post this
Did
because
it
they're
go
gonna
viral?
love it.
Did I get
It got a lot
traction?
of likes. It got like over 100,000 views. People liked
Okay.
it. The Brats and the Angels and the girls having Brat Summers enjoyed it.
Wait, what? Angels and
Angels are Charli's fans, and then
Oh, cute.
yeah.
That's cute. Charlie's
Yeah.
Angels. Okay, maybe I need to. Okay, I like that song then. That song was a catch.
It
A
was
bop.
cute. Yeah, it's all about just being the trials and tribulations of girlhood.
I do love that. Yeah. Okay, so that was her song on
Uh-huh.
the thing. Got it. I
Yeah,
was
and then
very
Lord did the
confused.
remix, and yeah, it was a
We
whole
love
thing.
it.
Yeah.
It's a hot girl summer.
I might be having a Brat Summer in like my own way. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Oh, what is it?
Like to me, being like having a
Oh.
Brat Summer is just like I'm having fun. I'm here having a Brat Summer. Meanwhile, like everyone's like really in like at Pride being wild poppers, kissing strangers, like having a good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
This is our Brat Summer.
I'm having a brat summer on the brat diet. I'm doing rice and toast. What else is there?
What else is on the Brat diet?
Bananas.
Wait,
Rice.
is this a real thing, or are you making
yeah,
it up? Oh.
Tana had to be on it because she has IBS. Did you not listen to the Canceled podcast?
Oh.
I
Is
don't
it
think
out
the Canceled
yet?
podcast
I don't think it's
is
out. No.
Oops. Spoiler
alert.
Spoiler alert. She's on the brat diet because she has IBS on the tour. Oh, did I say something else about the Canceled podcast earlier? I was like, oh, I just talked about this on Cancel.
it's fine.
Probably fine, I guess. I don't know.
No,
Doesn't
nothing-
matter. There's
nothing
nothing
that was not
groundbreaking.
said.
Maybe there's something groundbreaking. I don't know. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. She's on the bread diet because she has irritable bowel syndrome. So she was like, yeah, she can only eat like rice, banana, toast. Because she had to like go to the bathroom all the time during the cancel tour.
So she's really having a brat summer, literally.
Yeah. I don't know the other parts of the diet, but I should actually go on that diet maybe. I don't know how much longer I can eat grapefruit for the rest of my life. I'm going to have grapefruit.
Just do the rice water, whatever that is.
Ugh, that's not a real thing, but
What is it? Rice water?
Rice Zempic.
you know,
It's another trend on TikTok
you
now.
put rice into water and it makes you skinny.
You drink the water that the rice is soaked in.
Oh.
Yeah, it sounds nasty. It sounds like something I don't want to do. I'd rather have popcorn out of Wolverine's mouth. When does that come
Is it
out?
his mouth or his other side?
His mouth. It's open like. But then you can put whatever you want in there. Moses ordered me popcorn at the movie theater with butter. Did you do that on purpose? I feel like.
She asked with butter. I said yes. I wasn't planning to eat much of it, so I don't know.
Oh, you don't like
He doesn't
movie
like
theater
butter.
Oh.
But he had it, and I was like, I was so excited. But then I was like, he never orders butter. But yeah, you didn't have any. That's why I don't like going to movies with you. You're just such a. He's like, I'll just have a Coke.
We went to the movies after lunch. We ate lunch.
Doesn't mean you.
and then
I
went
still
to
had
the movie.
popcorn. I still
That's
ate
fine,
popcorn.
but-
I was like so hungry for that popcorn. We sat in the seat, and this sounds so stupid, but we sat in the seats where the button doesn't work, so we couldn't get our service, so Moses had to walk out. But then he found someone, and like, oh, just scoot over to these seats, and this button works. And I was like, okay. And I was like, no, I'm like, we have to get out. It's so great too because you push the button and they just come, and that's a great theater. That's a good vibe. I wish we saw a good movie. I hate like going to a movie and not liking the movie.
And I feel like there's nothing really coming out that you would be that into
Nothing.
either.
Nope.
No.
Beetlejuice and Wicked in the fall. That's it.
Yeah, there's nothing really like super Trish coded over the summer.
Definitely
I
no
hear.
superhero movies, but I will
They
take
need
that
to
bucket.
do- They need to do Bridgerton the movie.
Oh yeah.
Right. Or Bridgerton the musical. They had one on TikTok that everyone was doing. I could be.
I heard that was like a whole fiasco.
Didn't
I
they get
think.
sued?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it was so popular. It's like, so this is what you call a honeymoon, pacing around in our separate rooms. And now watching Bridgerton, I was like, oh, now it makes sense. But yeah, I guess they got sued because they like people were making it into like an actual musical, and then
Yeah, they tried
Netflix
to
was
put
like,
it on
no.
or something.
Yeah. I don't know why Netflix shut it down. It's not like they're going to make so much money off of it. They acted like it was going to be on Broadway or something like that, but it was really weird.
I think they were just really marketing it as like an official Bridgerton thing. You know?
Oh, really? Oh, well, that
I
was
think
dumb
so.
on their
Yeah.
part.
Bridgerton inspired. You always gotta add just inspired or something.
Or, yeah, like Michael's, like I told you, has all the Bridgerton stuff, but it's not called Bridgerton. It's like a blue, like Victorian era.
Same,
like,
I think
you know?
same with Bath and Body Works too. I think.
Yeah, they just like don't actually say what it is. Like it's a bee and a diamond on there. I was like, okay. That was a wild. Season 2 is the best season. You guys should watch that one. That one's a really good season.
I love that you're fully on the Bridgerton kick. Like, I mean, at least
love
like unlike Bikeriders, Bridgerton is like culturally like significant. Like it's number
Yeah.
one by far of like the
Yeah.
streaming shows. So
Bikeriders could never.
no,
I think if I was in the movie, that probably would have been number 1 this weekend. I think
it would have been
You know-
Inside Out.
Yes. I don't know why Inside Out like doesn't appeal to me. I don't know. I just feel like I deal enough with emotions in therapy. It's like I don't really need to watch a
No,
movie
I get
about
it.
them. You
Yeah,
know?
I was like apprehensive to see it because I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to be depressed because
Yeah.
all those Pixar movies, they're cute, but they make me think too much. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to think about
They're sad too, right? Spoiler in the first one, they said someone says the emotions die or something.
Oh, this one wasn't really. This one was more about like growing up, like having anxiety and knowing how to cope with your anxiety and stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cute.
It was
I like it.
fine. It was fine enough, but
I can't watch cartoons.
No,
unless
I get
it's
it.
Disney princesses or something like that. But we do enough Coco Melon every day where I'm just like, I do not need cartoons.
This morning we're on a Lion King gig.
Oh. She
There's
loves
a
it?
Northwest.
And so there's the song where they lift up the,
Oh, yeah.
and she kept wanting to be lifted up. She was the little
Oh.
cub.
No. Oh.
And this all morning, I was just like, we're watching it, and when he lifts
That's
the cub
so
up, I would lift
funny.
her up.
What
and she would
song
be
is that when they do that?
It's the big one. It's like the
Circle of Life? is
yeah,
the song?
Circle of Life. Yeah,
Circle of Life. Oh, that's cute.
It's
You should have
all
filmed
morning.
it.
She was- We'll do it for you again.
Okay, that's cute. I didn't even get to see that.
She'll be at the headlining the Hollywood Bowl's Lion King production in like a couple years.
To next year. She'll be 2.5 doing it. That's actually, I know we try to find movies to like, she loves Sound of Music, so I'm trying to find other ones. We watched Wizard of Oz the other day, and that one's kind of wild actually, Wizard of Oz. Like those, they call
All the
them munchkins in the movie. I know that's not politically correct now, but they call them munchkins. And like, they're kind of like their hairs, they have like plastic hair and kind of like, they put scary like faces on them, like scary like makeup and stuff. And it's like, like scary movie to watch a little bit. It's a little frightening, but just in general. And then the witch coming with like the fire and it was a lot. I was like, is this what Wicked is based off? I'm like, kind of actually. Yeah. It technically is. Because you said you never saw Wizard of Oz.
Not that one. Like I must have seen a different,
I don't know
like
if there's
a
another one.
cartoon. No,
Maybe you saw The
there's
Wiz with Michael Jackson.
there's many versions of it, but not that one. Like
Movies?
cartoons and yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe on that. You could very, yeah. I mean, that's true. There's probably like, yeah, maybe that. I don't know.
Isn't
I'm
there
not a
one
Wizard of
that Mel Brooks is the Wizard of Oz or something?
No, I'm a
Oz.
Mel Brooks stan. There's no Wizard of Oz with Mel Brooks. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but what? In what movie? No. I love Mel Brooks. Can we get him on? I know we always talk about him, but
I know. I have a memory that when they actually see the wizard, it's him. There's a
not
movie.
in The Wizard of Oz. Not that. That's 1939.
No, a version of the movie.
Oh, I don't know.
So obviously, like, Nara's been pretty infamous now. Who, by the way, I think at the beginning when we first started talking about her, I was like, I was not like pro Nara. I think I was more like cautious about her because I was like, what is she really about? Like, is this for real? Especially because like Lucky is like I don't know. Lucky already had a baby and stuff, and he's so young. And I was like, what is going on here? But now I'm like
And
fully
she's
on
young,
board.
too,
Yeah,
right?
she also is super young.
Yeah, you have
But
3 kids.
I
Right?
think yeah.
Are
and
they
she's-
Mormon? She's 23.
Yeah, I believe so. And
She's not Mormon. He is.
He is, yeah. Lucky is 22. Yeah.
Wait,
no, Nara
what?
is 22.
How old is Lucky?
I think around the same. And he had his first kid when he was like just turned 18.
Oh my God, they're young. That's crazy. They're both very good looking now. Damn.
Lucky's a little bit. He's 26 now. And
Oh,
so
okay.
when I interned for a modeling agency, like I worked for his like original manager. I was in the men's department, which was fun. But anyway, I now remember Lucky was like he was like just coming up. I think he was 16 at the time, and he was like the big like one to watch or whatever. But now his manager also reps Nara, so now I'm like, maybe I should, and we still follow each other, so maybe I should be like, ooh, does
Yes.
Nara want to come on this
I love
show?
Nara.
Me too. I came
Yeah.
around on her because now
Same.
she's just so trolly that it's like,
Yeah.
it's like you gotta have a laugh.
What was she
right?
making in the white feather? Remember, she had like a big feather outfit, and she was making
Was
like
it the bubblegum one?
might have been, yeah. Because I think Tana was talking to me about this, and I was just, and then I did a deep dive, and I was just like, oh my God, she's actually like trolling.
Yeah, because she's been making ridiculous stuff.
I
like
love
she's
it.
been making like the cheese, like she made lasagna, but she like did the cheese herself. Like she made her own mozzarella, or whatever. I'm like,
So
this is-
extra.
yeah,
Just had a baby.
and I feel like she's just upping the ante more and more. So
I
it's
love
like
it.
now I think she gets the vibe. And it's like she's self-aware, and it's all like it's a key. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think it's so ridiculous in camp that it's like, how can you not like be into it?
No, I know. I feel that way too. I just like love her vibe. I buy stuff. She's like an actual influencer to me because I like literally buy stuff if I see it. Like
Her plates.
the plates. And I'm good friends with that guy. Not good friends, but we DM each other. He sent me the artist that made the plate. He's like, I'll send you more plates. I'm like, yes. Gustav Westman is his name. I love him. He's so sweet. He's
And
always
like her
like,
ASMR vibe too. I feel like you got
Yeah.
wet. Yeah, you guys should do like an ASMR kind of collab.
I would be. I think I get really intimidated by really pretty girls like that, like models. I just I like don't know how to even function because like when they're like so pretty thin, and I don't think I could like I don't know. It's weird. I do think I have that maybe. Where was I? I do find myself to be like more nervous around girls, so I was like maybe more like leaning into like lesbian side because I feel
love
like
that.
you know what I mean. Like I feel like guys, I like don't care, like whatever. Like if it's I find guys attractive and hot, obviously, but it's just like girls, I actually get nervous and like I stutter. I can't talk about anything I did, but I did do a project with like this actual beautiful girl. Like she was just so pretty and so skinny and so beautiful and so famous at that too. But I was just like looking at her and I I couldn't speak. She was asking me like personal questions and stuff like that, like about my life, and I literally like forgot, and I kept thinking like I don't know what it was, like I forgot. Like she'd be like, oh, how did you meet your husband? And I forgot. So then I kind of caught myself like making up a story, but I was like, but if I don't want to make up a story, because what if we become friends? And she like, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, I don't know. And then asking my kids' names, I forgot. Like I was like actually forgetting, and I was like, it was only because she was like so beautiful and so perfect, like literally flawless, and I couldn't stop staring. And I've never felt like that with a guy. I've never like stuttered on my words, and never once. And I think we were talking about. Maybe I was talking about this in Bridgerton. There's a scene when Jonathan Bailey comes out of the water, and both the girls are just staring. And I was like, that's so unrealistic. I've never stared at a guy. I've never stared at a guy's body. I've never been like, oh, that body. You know what I mean? But girls, like I actually have like I literally like catch myself staring, and I just like I don't know. It's like really weird. So then I was trying to think. I'm like I don't know. Maybe I like suppressed exploring more girl stuff because like I was like, oh, I'm just not good at having sex with girls or whatever. So maybe that's it. But I'm like, maybe I don't know. Anyways, that's a whole other thing. But then I was having this like crisis because I was thinking like maybe I'm like more attracted to girls. Because I've never once found a guy attractive off the bat. Like, it has to be like their personality or something that draws me in. But girls, I've always
How
found.
interesting.
And I've always been like kind of like a hater on girls. Like, my life, I was never like a girls girl until like a few years ago. I was definitely like, I don't like girls. Girls are jealous. Girls are whatever. And then I was just like, maybe I was like pushing it away or something, or suppressing it. Because when I saw this girl, I was just like, I was like dying. I was like kind of gagging, and I had to do like a stunt and whatever. And I was doing like the stunt, and like I just didn't want to like embarrass myself in front of her. Like, I was like, I'm gonna just do it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a really, I was very conflicting. I was like, this is so odd, and yeah. Anyways, so that's a whole other thing. But what were we talking about?
Nara Smith.
I think I would just be, I don't know. Sometimes I just see a body and I'm just like, wow, you're so beautiful. Not that she's more than her body, but
Yeah, she is very beautiful. I think I get like trepidations around like whenever someone is just like so like. Actually, with girls, pretty girls, I love. I'm like, because I feel like I'm one of them in a weird way. I'm like,
interesting.
Like we're girls, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like around pretty guys, I feel like I get. Not because I'm like attracted to them, it's more of like an insecurity thing. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like the ugly one in this group. You know what I mean? Like whenever I had like, whenever I was in like West Hollywood and I'd be in the group of friends of like the cute gays, I'd be like, oh god, you know, there's always that one in the group that's like, I always felt like I was that one. You know?
I think you have a complex because your friend said you were ugly, and
no,
like,
I 100% have a complex.
But he was like hi, and like obviously like you're not.
Yes.
But I would if someone like literally was like, you're so ugly, I'd be like. You know, because you know
never
you're not
forget
ugly.
it.
Yeah, right. But I think that's me with like fat, because like people in my real life have called me fat before. I'm like, wow, I'm like fat. I'm like gross. You know what I mean? So I think you hear it once, then it's like clicks
totally.
forever.
It's like always. Yeah,
because you definitely are not. But I know what you mean.
Well, especially back then, I had a lot working against me, so I course corrected a bit. But anyway, that trauma response.
Yeah, I guess I might have been insecure as like maybe when I was younger, but maybe it was more like I was attracted to. I don't know. So I was like pushing it away. You know?
Yeah, yours sounds more like like almost like the playground, like crushy, like
and I was like maybe I suppress it. Yeah. But I definitely was not good at having intercourse with girls. So I thought that's why I shouldn't be a lesbian. And I was like, well, maybe I'm not good at it. So, as opposed to guys, I'm not good either. But guys do all the work. So I'm just like, that's easier. Girls, you have to both put the effort in. You know, in my experience. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I can't give back, you know. Same thing with guys. I'm just like, I don't know. I can just lay here. So
yeah, and then do what you must.
Guy or girl, whatever.
Figure it out.
It's interchangeable to me. But
oh, well, Nara got into some controversy, which is kind of out of left field. I don't know. I didn't really expect her to get into much controversy. But yeah, another TikToker. She's from South Africa, and her name is Anezwa. She recently claimed that Nara was copying her, which is the whole story is a little bizarre because back in February, people were commenting on her TikTok saying like they're a lot like Nara's, and then she issued a statement saying we are not the first ones to do this type of cooking or whatever, because she's another one where she lives on a farm, so she sources everything herself. She does the soft speaking. It's all the crazy steps to make a simple meal, you know, but she's actually on a farm. She lives in a village. She's
growing it herself.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's showing the animals and stuff that she.
Which I feel very different already from Nara's
content.
Yeah,
it's a whole different vibe.
Yeah, I don't see Nara going to milk the cow for the cheese or something. Yeah.
So she was getting these comparisons, and she issued a statement she's like, look, I'm not the first one to do these cooking videos. I have nothing but love for Nara, blah blah blah. But it was back then. It was more people were saying Nara's copying your style, whatever. And then that was back in February. But then this past week, she claimed that she isn't happy with Nara anymore. She's gonna be taking a break from posting because she sees someone doing the exact same thing as she did. And this all happened because she posted a YouTube video making boba, and then Nara a couple days later posted a TikTok where she also made boba from scratch, basically.
Oh, I see. So she's copying.
Yes. So she kind of flipped. She did a whole 180.
I guess if you see it days after, I definitely believe most big creators don't see littler creator in general. She probably didn't, and it's probably common. I don't know, probably common to make boba. But I guess I would think that too. It's kind of like Kim Kardashian, right? When I go to Benihana the next day, she's there, and so you're like, I think she might be looking, you know, and there's a possibility in the world that Kim Kardashian did see that, or someone else we should go to Benihana, because that's how you do. You see something on Instagram, you're I want to go and get that too. So maybe, but I could see how she would think that Nara would copy her, because she's wait, this is a little too close to the day I posted mine. Granted, to put that kind of production into TikToks, it probably takes a while. I would assume she edits hers for a couple days.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know.
think so too. I don't think this turnaround for Nara's TikToks is that quick, because they are a little bit involved, right? Hers seem a little bit more production. I mean, it's made to look like it's not a big production, but just knowing how TikTokers work, it's like that has to have been something, you know. But then Adeswa also tweeted that an email saying that basically a cease and desist email to not say that Nara's been copying you because it's like damaging and it's defamation and it's harming Nara's reputation.
Right.
And if she continues these statements, she'll sue or whatever. But Nara's team issued a statement to The Cut, who was doing like an article about the drama. And Nara's team said like they never sent a cease and desist email that is completely fabricated.
Oh no, she's made it up.
So
that's going to extremes. That's like
yeah,
really trying to yeah, like okay, I write an email. That's like Dear Evan Hansen just like writing emails to each other to make it look real. Have you seen that movie? Not to go off track for a second, but have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I've seen a video of someone reacting to the movie of Dear Evan Hansen.
So we're getting random. Got it. Okay, well, you should watch it. It's good. But anyways, it's my favorite soundtrack in the whole world. Yeah, that sounds well. In that movie, he literally is just like.
The gist. He like writes the email. Was it someone like unalive themselves?
They unalive themselves, and so, but he like signed his like cast for him, so they thought they were really close friends. So he wants to get with the dead guy's sister. So then he like fakes emails between them to be like, and Mike Weiss actually plays the guy that unalives himself. So he's like singing to it's cute. He wasn't in the movie, which makes me so sad. But if you listen to the cast recording, it's so good. Anyways. But it's very Dear Evan Hansen, which I kind of like, but also kind of scary. You always think with Evan, you're just kind of like, you're kind of a weirdo because why did you just fake all of that? That's so weird. About a dead person too. And like, why is she doing this with Nara? Like, that's so extreme.
It's very extreme.
And scary. Like, that's what scares me is that people can just like forge stuff like that, right?
People
like,
believe it, yeah.
Well, that's true too. Like, you could literally be like, Trisha, it's tweets, anything, like Photoshop. Like, there's so many things that you can do now that look so real. And then people, I didn't know about the Nara follow-up. You just think, well, damn, that's kind of shady of her to do that. Like, why would she do that?
And
you know
that's
what I mean?
the thing, too. Like, all her, like, Nara keeps getting, like, a lot of comments that are, like, calling her out for it. Or the fact that, like, people are posting, like, Nara's, like, early TikToks because she didn't have, like, the ASMR voice. And then they're posting, like, so after she saw Adeswa, like, now her voice is, like, more ASMR. But it's also just, like, a common thing, you know? It's not, like, I feel like that's common for like those calming like cooking videos or whatever. People just talk softer and slower. Like that's a vibe.
Yeah, that's kind of everybody doing now, and it's like it's the vibe of it all, which is weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate when people call people out for copying because like I've seen another girl do it, saying like, oh, she copied my trend, and then the girl's like, actually, I saw this girl do it first. It's like also TikTok is just one of those things where people just get influenced by each other. And things like you said become trendy. I think it's another one of those things where Nara is so popular, so then people just try and like bring it up. And Nara doesn't reply to drama, so maybe that girl probably was like, well, I can just say whatever, and like this girl's not gonna reply.
Yeah.
But I guess they did.
Yeah, she hasn't acknowledged anything. But like it's back in the day, like, in February when Adeswa posted like the sweet like all love to Nara, like she did respond, but like, thank you so much. Like I also like love your content, whatever. So it was weird. It was such a 180 because they were like allies at one point, you know, and then it just kind of flipped. It's so weird. Either
for attention or she like genuinely thought that girl like stole. But the cease and desist is weird. Yeah. So that just was like, you just made it up or what?
Because also like I think to issue a statement to The Cut, like it's a pretty big publication, so I don't think her team would lie about it. Like maybe a no comment if like. I don't think so.
But
I don't think they would flat out lie.
Interesting. So nothing else has been said since then.
No, that's the last like update, but it is so interesting because like you said, like you think normally people are on the side of the smaller influencer, and that's like my initial thing too. I was like, oh, this girl lives in a village, like she's on a farm, she's doing literally everything herself. Like obviously, like she's in the right, but then like that cease and desist got me like, wait, what's
and then who did it? Maybe someone just randomly sent it to her. Like if maybe she's not involved with it.
That actually is a good point. Know? Maybe someone like just. Like pranked her or something.
Yeah.
Like trolled her, sent this cease and desist because it sounded like proper, right? Like it has all the legal words.
Well, you can also just download like cease and desist, like you know, and like send someone. I've had it happen from like people that say they're from David Dobrik or something. Like sends it to like my email that's public, you know. And I'm like, okay, well, it's not obviously, but
see, I mean, that actually is a really good point. So maybe that is the case. Yeah,
they're both victims in this.
That's true. Because it's like at the end of the day, I don't know. Like I want to believe that actually because that makes the most sense. Because it'd be random for her to like previously be like, oh, like nothing, no hate towards her, and then to switch up, you know,
and then
like,
also just like forge an email, be like, it's actually from her. Yeah,
that
I don't
seems
think
like
so.
Too much. Yeah, I like that theory. I hope that is the right one.
I think it is. We're a team Nara, and how do you say her name?
Adeswa.
And Deswa. I like the name, so we're both team that for now until we see something crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Until one of them's a liar, but
and
maybe
then
they're neither one of them. Maybe it's a third party being
sus.
sus.
That makes sense.
Like the Ashley Madison. Did you watch that documentary?
No,
Netflix?
I've still been on Young Sheldon. I can't stop watching Young Sheldon. Random tangent, real quick. I went to go order a Young Sheldon shirt, and the same store had a Trisha Paytas shirt, and I was like,
where?
In
the mall or online?
Online,
Oh.
and it was like buy one get one 20% off, and I was like, okay.
Did you get Trisha Paytas shirt?
I
then
did,
too?
yeah.
Wow, what is it? Is it like pink, black? What?
It's like the typical. It's like all the different faces.
Oh,
like
I
the
love that
vintage
one.
Yeah.
I know. I was going to buy a Trisha shirt, but he's like, well, we have our merch coming out. So I was like, yeah. I'm like, that's not.
Yeah.
There was like a Trisha shirt that
let
was
me not
cool.
promote that one.
Yeah. No, but we love. Go buy the
It was
counterfeit
so
merch
funny
too.
though. Like I guess there was also Matt Pat on there. I guess.
But Matt Pat's iconic.
Yeah.
He was in Five Nights at Freddy's.
So it's like Young Sheldon, Matt Pat, Trisha.
Love.
I was like, that's kind of everything.
What site is this? Like Redbubble or
It
something?
was a random like Etsy. Yeah. Yeah.
I
So I'll
love-
have my Young Sheldon cosplay.
Oh, when are you doing that?
Maybe next week. I don't know if it comes in on time.
Okay. That would be cute. We'll have a whole cosplay week. I like it. That's cute. I know I was going to do Chapel for this week, her iconic
tiny
red
desk
hair.
one? Or, yeah.
The tiny desk one, yeah. But then I was like, I don't know.
I know we might. I guess we'll see if we have to save it or not. But also,
Yeah.
she's had a lot of good looks. So there's.
Oh, there's a ton of pink
Yes.
looks. Yeah, there's a ton of pink looks that I want to do, but that one I thought maybe, but because it's to end Pride. But again, Jeff to end Pride doesn't seem fitting. Like I feel like we need like Bob the Drag Queen or something. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I was like, I don't know. Do I waste a Chapel Roan cosplay on a Jeff episode? He's not gonna get it. I don't want him to be
there is
offensive.
one more. Isn't there one more? Oh no! Oh my god! Next week is
No.
July.
No, and I already have my cosplay for next Monday
Oh my
planned
god!
out.
I
so.
didn't realize there wasn't another week of
I know.
June.
So I was like, okay, what do I do? I don't know.
I
idea.
love you doing a big gay cosplay for Jeff.
I
That
know.
is so
That's why I was
funny.
like, no, that doesn't fit. But it's our last June, and I don't know.
And he's gonna be gay coded. So.
But then I was like, but I don't know. Maybe I should just be normal me, and he can be that. I think that's what it is. I think that's like, I don't know. I'll just wear a Just Trish shirt with like a pink bob or something. That seems gay enough. I don't know.
Maybe just have the rainbow Birkin in the corner.
Okay,
that's
perfect.
enough. Yeah.
Done. Okay, because I kind of got a little stressed. I was like, wait, I had a whole outfit planned. Okay, I'll save Chapel for another day because I don't want to waste it on a Jeff one. So. I got it. It's in my head.
It's too
okay.
funny.
Oh, well, today is the day the music died.
Yeah, so
4 years
today
ago.
is the anniversary, June 25th,
Ugh.
of Jenna Marbles canceling herself. Really
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, respect though.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the day to just cancel myself and be like, not die, but just like take a break. But I probably will never take a break. It's the most bizarre thing about all that. One, like, yeah, she canceled herself because like nobody was trying to cancel her. But two, it's like, what is she doing?
I know.
Like, what's her day today? And she must not leave the house because in the instance that she does, we saw it one time. Like, she was at a mall and someone took a picture with her and she was like, fine, take a picture. So it's like, she must not leave that much because I feel like we would see so many more pictures of her out.
Yeah, but it's just crazy because 4 years, like, you'd think there would be more, especially as it keeps like getting longer. Like, doesn't the mystery like keep getting bigger? But also maybe like people love Jenna so much, so maybe people also just like respect. Like maybe they see her and like talk to her and take a photo, but they're not like blasting it everywhere. Maybe just
I have
because
a hard time thinking
I don't
that.
know. Well, her fans just have like such a like respect for
Totally.
her. Especially if she's like, oh, if she maybe says like, oh, I'm just trying to be like low key or something. I don't know. She has to be going out.
I don't think so. Because I think Julian, they're married now, I think he's just like a streamer all day.
He does stream. And I do remember recently, a couple months ago, he had to like censor his Instagram comments or something just because he was getting like spammed with like people asking about Jenna or whatever. And it just
Yeah.
became like too much. So I think at some point he had to like filter his comments for a minute just because it was like just getting like flooded with like, where's Jenna? How's Jenna? Whatever. And obviously she's trying to be like more low key. I think people have said before, I remember we talked about it a long time ago, like in a Patreon episode, people said that they like heard her in the background of Julian's streams or something before. So she's around, you know.
Well, at least
but-
she's alive.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
she's alive.
Because that is so scary too. It's like the Kate Middleton of it all. It's like, are you alive though?
Yeah.
Like, that's so weird because like to be gone completely. And when you were that like that much of an influencer, and she seemed to like to do it. I mean, she must not like to do it. She must have been just over it. She must have been like, I'm done with it.
I know it is
Because no one canceled her. She like made one what was it, like an Asian joke or something, like a long time ago, and no one was like canceling for it. She goes, I apologize, that was so dumb. I don't even know if it was a joke, was it?
There was like one video where she had like an Asian like accent, and then there was one where she was like, she spoofed like Nicki Minaj, and she put like a bunch of like fake tanner on herself. So it was stuff that like aged badly and was insensitive in retrospect, but no one was like, ooh, like that Jenna. You know what I mean? It was like, I think people were like, oh, Jenna, like this was a little like, maybe like not the best or whatever. You know what I mean? But
summer 2020, everyone was really coming.
The summer of cancellation.
Yeah, that was like the Shane and I think Jeffrey,
James,
yes,
you,
me. Me canceling myself, just be like, I'm inserting myself in this drama. I think I had jumped that summer to OF, so people just didn't care. Like, oh, she's like done. She's like, I was, I guess, making content about Tati, apparently. So
it was, I think also too, because even you in your Tati Demas Hell video, you're like, I'm home and I'm bored. So I think that was also people just going back and like looking at old stuff and then being like, this was actually like messed up in retrospect.
Well, they really were, because I think because of Shane too, like people just going through old, like everybody's everything. Like that's just like, and I think then that's when you start privating. You're just like, I don't even know what I said in this video. Let me just private everything, and you know, you just got to sometimes.
Yeah, but Jenna's also like, I remember there was one quote unquote scandal. Like she got a new fish and she was like really excited about it, but she had it in a round tank, and I guess it's like bad for fish to be in round tanks. Oh my gosh. So she like, I remember she posted a video like being so like emotional. She's like, you guys, like, I'm so sorry. Like I did not know that this was harmful to the fish. Like even that, like
it's crazy.
That's just how like sweet and like she's just trying to like not just hurt anyone, you know? So
she is like literally like the nicest too. Like she's an actual nice one. I remember her like going to her house and like puking in my hair, and she like gave me her clothes, and
really?
She was like, she was like so nice. Wasn't her husband in a band? Because I think we were going to see her husband and Colleen's first husband in a band together.
I think he was in a band.
Or like a vocal singing group or something. And it was like, it was, I forgot. They would do like parody songs. I think, because I think that's how I met her. I think we were on a party bus.
Yes, he was in a band. It was a reference to Parks and Rec.
Because it was like Julian was like, I wake up in the morning and I'm vlogging myself. And it's like, that's about them vlogging. Oh, it was vlog with me, vlog with me, vlog with me, vlog. You don't remember that song? It was so good. It was called Vlog with Me. And they would do a dance in the street and like, vlog with me, vlog with me. And they'd have their girlfriends that were more famous than them. And like, I think that was the point of the song, is like, we have these really famous girlfriends. Because I think this other guy was like, that's Hart's boyfriend. He's like, I hold her purse. And like, it was something so weird. God, I can't think of the name either.
That's what the song was called.
And they don't have the name of the band with the song?
On air. The Shadows?
The Shadows.
There we go. Oh my God, that was a whole saga.
Oh man. The Shadows were iconic. That's how I met Jenna.
Crazy.
Yeah, because they were like it was weird. I don't know. Thank God my husband's like not an influencer. Like, oh my, I don't think I could handle the cringe. Because being an influencer is cringy. It's just cringy. I'm cringy. Everything about it's cringy. But if I saw like Moses make like a band, he's like, babe, be in this video behind me. I don't know. I'd get the ick maybe on that. And that's fine if you're that person, but I don't think I could do it. If he was like, let's vlog this morning. I don't know. Something about it makes me like feel a little ick.
That is wild. The lore to Julian Salamita is pretty crazy when you think about it.
I don't ever remember talking to him or like interacting with him, so I don't have anything, but I never talked to him once, but she was really nice.
He seems also very nice too. Like, it seems very like, there's nothing that ever comes out about him that you're like, oh, that's dubious. You know what I mean? He's like another like kind of just sweet, unproblematic, rescues dogs kind of vibe. You know,
I love that.
It's perfect for like Jenna. I feel like that makes so much sense. But yeah, you're right. It's so weird that there's just like no like Jenna sightings. I mean, you were gone for a week and you had sightings.
No, and we were pretty low key. We only left the house to eat. I was like, damn, okay.
It's so weird.
That is weird. I know, and Jenna was so massive and so popular, so it's very, very odd. I don't know. Maybe she likes to be at home. You know, like Chloe said, she was like scared to leave the house. I'm like, that's what I have too. I don't want to leave my house ever. So maybe it's like that. And if I didn't have kids, I would never leave my house. I would be in bed all day. Yeah,
it's I don't know. It's so interesting how she just kind of like removed herself though. I guess she had to just be over it, but
for this long, like
4 years, like she really stuck with it. So
yeah, she committed.
Yeah,
I just feel like I would want to post. I don't know
either. And like she did private like her apology, like the one where she did like remove herself, like her last video. She did go in private that. I would imagine her videos are pretty timeless, so I'm sure the AdSense from those is still kicking.
But don't they kick you off your monetization? Or maybe she has a special plan.
Oh, you're right.
Remember with the Just Trish highlights
you have to
channel?
Post like a certain you can't go a certain time without
4
posting.
months, I think, because my ASMR was like that too. So I was like, let me post my ASMR, our family channel. I never posted, but I was like, I should post something there because, and I think that's why Colleen came back after 4 months.
Yeah.
So
I figured that's so interesting.
Unless she has a special deal with like YouTube,
which
maybe.
I can kind of see just because she is so like iconic for the platform.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so interesting. Or maybe she just made enough, and like Julian's still working, so. Yeah. Between the two, I don't know.
That's wild.
I
mean,
I do wish she would make a comeback. I know it's never gonna happen, but I do wish she would.
Well, she might on this show.
That's true.
Moses, tell her, and it would benefit her to come on the podcast. You know what? It's no benefits. Yeah, I love how he's like, Chapo is something to come on Just Trish.
Tell us your story. Yeah. We'll forgive you. You can come back.
I don't think she even did anything wrong, but we forgive you, Jenna.
I remember, like, when I was working for Joey, James tried to collab. This was peak James, obviously. And
she said no.
I don't think she ever responded. And
Love
even
that.
Joey was like, I told him, like, straight up, like, Jenna doesn't do anything, but you can try. And, like, gave James her number, but I don't think James ever heard back.
Yeah, she never did collab with people, I don't think.
Not really, no. Yeah. Unless she, like, just genuinely liked him, I think. Like, I think she did.
Did she do a collab with someone?
I think she did something with someone where she did.
Because I don't even think she collabed with, like, Shane. They were on a cover together for Variety, I remember. But I don't think they ever, like, collabed.
Oh, yeah. Back in the day, she did, like, Grace Helbig and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How interesting.
Impressive.
Yeah. And then she just became her and Julian and her dogs.
Yeah.
I do miss her, though. Oh, my God. Wait. She did do a James collab 5 years ago. I'm totally wrong.
Oh, 5 years? Was that John Mageddon era?
I guess 5 years ago.
2019.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
It must have been right before. But when I was working for Joey, it was in June. Maybe he was trying to get a hold of her again. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. 2020. It's like no one was collabing.
Yeah, February 2019. So a couple months pre Sister. Yeah. That
so
explains
maybe
it.
all that was happening and she was like, I gotta go. Well, I guess that was 2020. She canceled herself.
Yeah.
So.
I wish I just want like a statement or something. I would love just to know. I want her maybe to drop like a book one day or something. I don't know.
That would be everything. Yeah, just come on out.
Yeah, and she definitely has she lived a lot of life. Like, didn't she start? Was she like a bikini model?
She was like a bikini dancer or model, maybe. Yeah, maybe she was. What do I think she was like a dancer too? I feel like she was like a bikini dancer.
That makes sense because her intro was just her like in the. Remember the bikini?
Yeah. Oh no, I remember she did like a bikini try-on haul and said this was like my job. I didn't know that. What's the Hong Kong?
Her intro, it was like her in like a bikini top, like football, like shoulder pads.
Right, I do remember that.
It was like sexy, and then it would be like
because she did Barstool. I guess because she did Barstool too. She was like on Barstool to start.
Was she really?
Yeah, I want to say, yeah, they started Jenna Marbles.
Wow.
I think she was a Barstool sports girl. I think she had like videos she was making for them, and then she just decided to make them for herself on YouTube.
Wow. Smart. I've only met her like once or twice, I think. I've interviewed her, but they were like weird interviews.
Oh, for ET?
It was like the streamies, I want to say. And I guess the streamers are a little off-putting because it was like, I just remember her answers to everything were so short, and I was like, I started to panic because it was just like,
oh yeah, I would too. I mean, being an interviewer would be so hard in those situations, especially if you get those weird ones that like don't want to talk to you.
Yes.
It's like, or like the Austin Butlers who just start asking you about yourself, and you're just like, I need this job. Stop asking me about myself. He's like, I want to know more about you. That girl was lucky. I was like, I'm married. I still would probably be like, I don't know what to say. This is so awkward. He is good looking. That guy is a good looking man.
Austin?
Yeah. He's very handsome. Not to go back to that place. He's so cute. Like he's like a Brad Pitt, I feel.
Not to go back to that either too, but I forgot. I did see like he talks about how he loves being a quote unquote uncle to Ashley Tisdale's kids, and that gave me hope for becoming Elvis's godfather.
Yeah. Austin, we have the baptism coming in September. We would love for you to join us. It's bougie too, so it's in Palm Springs. Come join us. I would love Austin Butler. Come on. Maybe I could get Riley, Elvis's granddaughter, to come be the godmother. Riley, what's her name? Keough?
Oh, yeah, Riley Keough.
She's from Daisy and the Six. Or
yeah, Daisy Jones and the Six.
Yeah. Maybe she'll be the god. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Would love it. Austin
you know
Butler
who's friends with her is your friend, oh my God, what is her name?
My friend is friends with
Suki
her?
Waterhouse. Your good friend, Suki Waterhouse. Yeah.
Suki and Iron Tight.
So maybe have Suki reach out.
Yeah, I think that's proof. I don't know. It could have been her that commented, but when she commented on that TikTok, I feel like it was her team. I don't feel like it was her, you know?
I don't think because she's pretty like low key.
Oh, okay.
I think if I, yeah.
You think it was her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay,
Because she's pretty like chill. She's pretty low key.
I guess
She's
like
not-
your sound, like you would go and look at to see who's doing, because that's what I did with the Eminem when I was just going to like the sound and like looking at everyone that did it and comment on it. And stuff. So I guess that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think her for real. But yeah, I think like a lot of the times, especially anyone who has like their stands around them, like is just not doing it themselves. You know what I mean? Like a Sabrina, Olivia, like anyone there's like big stand-ums. It's like and you're just a big artist. It's just like it's bad for your mental health. I think.
Just like constantly looking at your own self. Yeah, that would be true. Jenna, you are the queen. She is the queen of the internet.
I know, I miss her.
I was always jealous of her for sure. I don't think I've ever talked bad about Jenna, but I always was like jealous of her. I was like, damn, like I wish I was getting 5 million views of it. I always have been that way. I'm just like, damn, she was. I remember when she did the cover of Variety with Shane. I was like so jealous.
Really?
I was like, oh man, she's a queen. She's also just like humble and sweet and nice and also like a pretty girl. And it was just like, oh man, she's kind of everything.
Yeah, she was the one where it's like, boys like her, girls like her. She's like a girl's girl, a boy's girl. She's kind of for everyone.
Everyone loved her. Everyone loved Jenna. And if you didn't, then you had
weird.
Yeah, like that's issues there. But not like the Jack Wright issues. That's disturbing, honestly. The Jeffrey Dahmer dress up is very disturbing
for 4
to me.
years
And I'm like, why is he on TikTok? And I don't know if it's true. We would love receipts. Someone email him to Oscar.
Oh, yeah. If you have a tip, yeah. We'll have a reward of a Just Trish. We can't even give you a shirt. Yeah.
Sold out.
What can we give? Yeah.
I'll give you a card. You can have one of these cards. The green hat. On the floor is the green party hat, a Cliff Peanut Butter bar, and this.
You can have all of that if you have any receipts.
Yes,
of
that's cute.
Halloween costume.
All right. Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome.
That intro feels like so long ago.
It was long ago. This day has been already
a ride.
So long. It's been up and down. I need to get a little snack, but we're going to continue this on our extended podcast. Go to patreon.com/justtrish. That's where we get comfortable, cozy. That's where we talk a little bit more in depth about the real problematic of the world, okay? We don't give the problematic people too much attention here. But if you want to get a deep dive with us, we're at patreon.com/justtrish. The extended goes up on Wednesdays. We have a bonus video for you on Saturdays. You guys can watch all the backlog. Plus, you get a headshot of the month and all that stuff like that, which we would have shown at the beginning. So patreon.com/justtrish. Also, merch available at justtrish.com. You guys, check it out. I think they're cute. I think they're fun. They're t-shirts and they're cute. So if you want to, there it is in the hang tag. You get a hang tag. How cool is that? Okay. This isn't Fanjoy. This is Just Trish. Is Fanjoy even around? I don't know, but I don't like them because they never wanted me. So bye. Have a good day. Bye.